everyone. Welcome to the Audible Sports Podcast. My name is Casey. As always, I'm joined by Daniel, Steven, and Tony right here. We're back. It's been 2 weeks since we've been on the stream because me and Steven had to move to Florida. So
Not Florida, fucking Florida.
Yeah, fucking Florida. We're in Orlando, Florida now. So this is our temporary setup. As you can see, I got a fucking kitchen behind me. So there's that. But temporary setup for the next couple months here. January, get to move to the permanent place and get things going again. So, but we're going to keep bringing the stream to you guys every week from here on out. No more missed weeks. So there's that. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Hanging in there.
You know,
Hanging in there.
Yeah, just
working
good.
a full-time job like all of us do, and
Then do this.
being way too busy to do anything that I actually want to do in my life.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I want to do this. I love doing this with you guys.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. So, Tony,
Glad we're back.
how's your 2 weeks off been?
Got a rock that rocked my freaking ankle.
Oh yeah,
So I
that's
can't
right.
Oh
walk.
yeah, Tony like broke his ankle, so that's awesome. But
Wear
he's
your
still here.
crutches.
Yeah, wear your crutches.
Wearing a brace right now. I took it off to let my foot breathe a bit, but
Oof.
it started hurting again.
That sucks. How did you do that? What did you do?
Football, baby.
Football? So you just like tried to?
Just step on a rock because Del
Really?
Paso doesn't have grass.
Apparently, I don't know how to walk anymore or run properly.
It's
Oof.
okay.
What
I never
happened?
knew how
Move
to.
away from Dallas.
Nah, that's what happens.
All right. Well,
Real quick,
well, go ahead. Go ahead.
let me fucking announce this because I've been trying to go live on TikTok for us because that's where a lot of our following is. But we need a fucking stream key apparently, and I was trying to do a little workaround to get it to you guys on TikTok, but it's not happening. So we'll try to get that stream key for you guys. That way we can stream to YouTube and TikTok as well, and then we can interact with you guys there and do the whole shebang. So I apologize for that, but we'll get it sorted out in the next couple weeks.
Yeah. Well, Steven, if you said it's easy to get a stream key, you can start working on that right now.
No, we're doing the stream right now.
I know.
so-
I'm kidding. Joke.
Are you?
I'm always kidding.
You won't do it.
Well, shall we get back to it? To the sports?
Disney fireworks are going off right now because I can hear them.
Oh, from Disney.
Week 10, baby.
Week 10 recap. Look, watch this, guys. I fixed the cameras, not like last time.
That'd be
So
hilarious
if it was all messed up again, that would have been really funny. I would have been really upset. But as we go through the games, our Thursday night game last week was the Panthers and the Falcons. I think I had the Falcons in that game, and the Panthers won. So
Yep.
there's that there. The Lions best the Bears. Justin Fields had a crazy game, fantasy point-wise. He is the reason why I lost one of my leagues. So thanks, Justin Fields, for that.
Shit on.
Yeah, for real.
I beat Justin Fields this week, so I'm happy.
Yeah, well, good for you. Not all of us were as lucky. So, the Titans take out the Broncos. I mean, I don't think anybody really watched that game except Titans fans and Broncos fans. So we'll move on.
I don't even think the Broncos fans watched that game.
Broncos country has really died. Best
Well-
defense in the league, worst offense in the league, as Steven was telling me earlier, which is pretty incredible to do. What were you gonna say, Daniel?
I don't wait. Nothing. Continue. Keep going.
I want to give a shout out to Seth in the chat. He says, hello, Seth. Thank you for
Okay,
joining us
huh?
tonight. Feel free to
What's
jump
up,
in
man?
on any conversations that you may disagree or agree with. So we'll be here for the
I'm
content.
going live on TikTok just to direct people here.
All right, do
We're
it.
doing it.
Do it. All right. The Giants took out the Texans. Two other teams that nobody really cares. I'm just kidding. The Giants are pretty good this year, guys. And
It's fucking bullshit,
I don't,
man.
know, I don't know if you want to admit it, but your division has the best winning percentage in the league.
History.
I was
through
gonna
10
say
weeks.
it might be the best winning percentage in a long time for a single division by itself.
That is wild.
Yeah,
I
and
think
that's with
Washington
the-
is
five
Washington's in
and five
last
now.
with they're 4-5 now.
No, 5-5 now.
They're 5-5
5-5.
because they beat the Eagles yesterday.
So there are no losing records in the NFC East anymore.
Yeah, there will be by the end of the year, but you know what? Who knows? Maybe they'll all have a winning
Oh,
record.
there's Quincy. Fucking goddamn it, the Giants. I hate them.
Came in at the right time. LOL.
My boy. Hey man, I'll give it to you, man. I didn't expect it. Nobody did, but y'all are fucking doing it. Y'all
Quinn-
got rid of fucking Kadarius Toney and said we're winning everything.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Dude's made of glass. Tony, your Steelers get a win over the Saints, the beat up Saints. But I'm sure you'll take it either way, huh? Giggity.
Ew.
Ayo.
Damn right, bro. I mean, we got the undefeated TJ Watt back.
Yeah, TJ Watt had a sack, no? A couple sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
when he got
pretty
his
big
first
sack.
sack back, he
Agree.
was just like, "Argh," like in the camera. It was pretty cool. Cardinals take out the Rams without Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray was leveling up his guns so he could do Warzone tonight. So here we go. The 49ers take out the Chargers. What were you going to say?
I said, and then Cooper Cup got lost for the season.
Cooper Kupp lost for the season. Rip me in our league, Seth. I think I'm done. So he had all my points. He was my big point guy every week. 49ers take out the Chargers 22-16. The Buccaneers take out the Seahawks. That game was played in Munich, Germany. The crowd for that game, I don't know if you guys watched that game, but the crowd was incredible. The entire game was incredible. I loved watching that. The crowd was singing. They were all into the game. More games need to go to Germany.
Take me home.
Yeah.
Road
As Tom Brady's handing it off.
to the place.
Where I belong. All right, we're going to keep
Tom
going.
Brady is undefeated while single.
Say
Just
that again.
saying. Tom Brady's undefeated while he's been single. Just saying.
Curse is
It's
over.
true. After the
True.
official divorce, he has not lost.
He also has never lost internationally, I think.
He's
4-0.
4-0.
Yep, there you go.
Damn.
Dolphins take out the Browns. The Browns need help, man. They're like my Colts. We need help. They need help. We'll get to my Colts though. Vikings Bills. That's the game of the week right there. I actually picked the Vikings to win this game, and I was correct. So, but I mean, be it by the smallest of margins, I think the Bills had like a 98% chance to win, like with like 2 minutes left, and then the Vikings tied it up. They go into
That
overtime.
amazing catch.
That amazing catch. Did you guys see that catch by Justin Jefferson?
What a blown coverage.
Oh my
That's
god, the
crazy.
dude, the defender had it in both of his hands, and Justin Jefferson with one hand just goes and grabs it. Like, that was the catch of the year by far. That was crazy.
Trying to pick it, he should have just punched it. That's all I'm saying.
Daniel, you got a question in the chat.
What? Hold on. What's the plan for Thanksgiving? Are we in Dallas at that game or what? Are we playing the Giants on
You
Thanksgiving?
are playing the Giants on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Oh,
Giants.
fuck. Well, I can't afford that. So if you want to pay for my ticket, I'll go. But no, I'll probably be at home watching that. Hopefully we obliterate you guys, but it probably be good. That probably will be a good game.
Yeah, with the way your division has been playing, all the games are going to be good games.
Yeah, and then it is that division rivalry, so we'll see. It's one of those games that worries me a lot.
We'll skim over this one. The Chiefs take out the Jaguars 27-17. I'm going to skip the Colts Raiders right now because I have some things to say about that game. Packers take out y'all's Cowboys. Daniel, Steven, what happened?
Called
Steven?
it.
Mike McCarthy decided not to kick a field goal.
That was a stupid call.
I've said it every week. It's just the play calling's trash. I mean, there's a lot. I don't even know how to word it. It's just Dallas, they're not using what they have the way they should be, and it's really annoying. The defense has been keeping us in most of our games. Dak looks like shit. He can't make a fucking throw to save his life right now, apparently. So it's just not good in Dallas right now. They need to figure something out because we're going in the wrong direction at this point. I know it's only one loss. We're still 6-3, but it's not looking. I don't like the way it looks right now.
Yeah. Definitely should have won that game.
Yep.
Packers stole it in the end there, and they get the win in overtime. The shock of the week, the Commanders, pretty big in Philadelphia, 32-21. Really, that score is kind of skewed because they scored a touchdown on the very last play of the game
on the
on the
schoolyard
defense.
bullshit
Yeah,
play.
on the schoolyard bullshit play. They're lateraling it around, and he just threw it, and the dude grabbed it and ran it in. I just remember I was actually on Discord with Daniel and his brother, and I was like, touchdown! And they thought the Eagles scored, or Xander thought the Eagles scored, so I thought that was kind of funny. Rolling on back to my Colts Raiders. Jeff Saturday, man. Look at him. Everybody was roasting him all week, and the dude gets a win in Las Vegas after he tweeted about the Raiders needing help, or the Raiders are not good, and then he backs it up by beating them. Crazy game. It was a good game. Also, I'm going to do a little shout out to some of you Raider fans that have been talking to me the last couple weeks on Twitter. Before I start doing this, I got to say, I don't I don't hate the Raiders or their fans. These are I'm just replying back to some fans that have talked to me. I'm usually not one to talk a lot of shit, and Daniel can attest that I'm pretty bad at roasting people. So
It's very true.
yeah,
He's
so
not
there's
good.
that right there.
He's
But-
always the one that gets roasted. That's why.
Yeah, usually, most of the time, it's me that gets roasted. But the balls on some of you Raider fans, man. I got some DMs on my personal Twitter from some Raider fans the past couple weeks on my takes on how the Raiders weren't going to be a great team that everybody else thought they were going to be in the preseason. I usually wait until my team does something to talk shit, and my team won this week with Jeff Saturday as our head coach in Las Vegas. So you know what? It's shit talking time. I was fucking right. Y'all are 2-7 and need to fire your coach yesterday. I'm going to read out a few of these DMs I got the past couple weeks, but I'm not showing their Twitter handles or anything because I think that's what they want, and I'm not giving them the spotlight. So for the sake of not giving them publicity, let's call this Raider fan number 1. This guy was pretty civil. The reason why I put him on here. He said, "Hey man, love the podcast, but your takes on the Raiders ain't it. Raiders have this one in the bag, # Raider Nation." Definitely a nice DM. And hey man, thanks for watching the podcast. We really appreciate it. I'm definitely not wrong though. The Raiders are 2-7, and I'm sure you'll agree with me now. If you are here, interact with us in the chat. We'd love to hear what you like to think about the Raiders' current situation. Now it gets interesting. Let's call this guy Raider fan number 2. This guy said, "Fuck you, you fucking fuck. Raiders are gonna crush your ponies on Sunday, and you are leaving Vegas sad. You are dead wrong, and the Raiders will finish the season strong."
Fuck
Yeah.
you fucking fuck.
You okay, dude? Like, hey man, I'll let you hold the L that we left you in Vegas, and you can keep reflecting on the bad game your team played. Also, I want a fucking apology from you, bitch. I don't know if you heard, but Allegiant Stadium is the only place in Vegas where the house always loses. So there's that too. And I know you guys won. Both your wins are at home, but you guys won against the Broncos and the Texans. Those hardly count. If you don't play those teams, you're probably 0-9 instead of 2-7. So there's that. Raider fan number 3. Hey, your takes on the Raiders are bullshit. You don't know what you were talking about. Raiders about to shut down JT, and you leaving with L. He said you leaving with L, not leaving with an L. Here are Taylor's stats from the game he played against you guys. 22 rush attempts, 147 rush yards. That included a 66-yard rushing touchdown. You guys did a great job shutting him down. You guys also let Matt Ryan have a 39-yard run, and I don't know if he has even had run 39 yards in his entire career. If you don't fire McDaniels for losing this game, you should fire him for allowing Matt Ryan to do this run. Also, here's a little fun fact here. Matt Ryan's run that he had of 39 yards was longer than any of these players' longest run the entire season. It includes Josh Allen, Najee Harris, Aaron Jones, Miles Sanders, Joe Mixon, David Montgomery, A.J. Dillon, Zeke Elliott, Alvin Kamara, Jalen Hurts, Michael Carter, Raheem Mostert, Kareem Hunt, Daniel Jones, James Conner, Leonard Fournette, Melvin Gordon, and Damian Harris. How does that happen?
The Raiders suck.
Your shitty defense.
The Raiders defense?
The Raiders are 2-7 for a reason.
Yeah, there you go. So there you go. My Colts are still not that good, but we did beat the Chiefs, and we are better than the Raiders. We are also 3-0 against the AFC West. So there's that too. Feel free to message me back, Raiders fans. And I'm done. So rant over.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I just needed to
fuck
get back
the
at those
Raiders.
guys. So
Yeah, no, it's good.
by the way, like I
like it.
said, don't hate the Raiders. Don't hate their fans. I hate
But they're
these
dog
guys.
Shit.
Yeah, they are dog shit. So, you guys got anything else on week 10?
Did you go over all the games? Yeah, right.
Yep,
Yeah,
sure
we
did.
did.
I skipped the Colts one. Went
Niners,
back to it.
Chargers. Yeah, I think we're good.
We're good. All right. Let's move on. We're going to do something a little different this week, guys. We're going to go over some World Cup talk. And I actually made a little cool World Cup scene. So watch, check this out. Yeah.
I like the sound effect there.
Pretty cool. It was better the first time I fucked it up. All right. Let's talk some World Cup. Tony, I think this is your
Yes.
wheelhouse, correct?
What do you want me to say?
I don't know.
Where should we start?
I'll start. 32 teams enter Qatar, but only one will leave with the soccer Lombardi. Thank you, Pat McAfee, for that. Who's it going to be this year? The World Cup is always amazing to watch. I mean, some of my best sporting moments I've ever seen on TV live have been the World Cup. Landon Donovan's goal in 2010. I just remember jumping up and down with Xander, Daniel's brother, and we were hugging each other because we had moved on to the round of 16 with that goal. It was amazing. And yeah, there's controversy with where this is and all that, but I'm ready to get this thing started. Let's get into the groups. This is Group A right here, guys. Looking at this group, I think that the Netherlands. So in Group A, we got Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and the Netherlands. I think the Netherlands simply have too much talent to not win this group. They skipped through World Cup qualifying with ease, scoring 33 goals in 10 qualifying games. They only lost one game in qualifying. So that pretty good World Cup qualifying there. I think the real battle here will be between Ecuador and Senegal for second place and to move on to the round of 16. I'm going to give the edge to Senegal. I think they can pull off a second place finish and move on. As for host nation Qatar, they do have talent, but not enough. And I wouldn't be surprised if they lost all 3 games and bowed out after the knockouts. If that happens, Qatar would only be the second host nation to not make it past the knockout stages. South Africa, of course, did it in 2010, which Tony's Mexico team was in that group, I believe.
The Netherlands and their cheating ass.
The Netherlands and the cheating ass. Oh yeah, that was the no era penal, whatever.
That was
thing.
the
That was at that year.
flop of the year.
I thought that was 2014 that happened.
I think it was 2014, but Tony's
Did you
salty
guys-
still.
I'm gonna cut
It
in
was
real quick.
2014, and I was fucking Robin, piece of shit.
Did you guys see that flop from that? It has nothing to do with the World Cup, but that guy that flopped when the ref like hit him on the lower back and he just like fell to the ground and started screaming
Yeah, that's
like something actually happened to him.
That's a
But
lot of
this
men's
is why-
soccer in a
okay.
nutshell.
I don't want to like belittle soccer in any way possible. It's very entertaining, especially in World Cup time. But Jesus Christ, it's the reason I don't watch it because of that shit. Like these guys, like this is why we watch American football, because they beat the shit out of each other, and hockey. They literally they're like gladiators beating the life out of each other, and someone gets poked in soccer and it's a fucking red card and you're ejected. It's just insane. But anyway, we can go ahead and keep going with
They've
this.
learned
I'm
to
excited for the
welcome
World
LeBron.
Cup. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no, it's true though. You're correct. I mean, there's a lot of teams, especially the
Best
South
team in
American teams.
Mexico.
Yeah.
I just
Mexico.
don't understand it. Like, it makes you as a man look like a little bitch.
He's correct.
It's-
He's not
I
wrong.
don't think
The
it's
best way to
girls.
put it. I mean,
like the women teams flop.
yeah,
as
the
much as
women,
guys.
the women is way more entertaining to watch because they are brutal with each other. They'll
They are.
fucking actually tackle each other and they'll get back up and they're like, "What's up, bitch?"
Yeah,
It's just
they go
crazy.
after each other. But I have in Group A, I have the Netherlands and Senegal moving on 1-2, Ecuador 3, Qatar 4. Tony, what do you have happening in this group here? And we can make some score predictions here because I can put them in here and it'll go up on the screen.
I'm gonna say Ecuador over Senegal.
Mhm.
Ecuador,
has
so you
no
think
chance.
Ecuador second?
Yep, and then Senegal third. Qatar has just in there because they're hosting. That's about it.
Yeah, I think Qatar is getting a participation trophy and a host trophy. So there you go.
Why does it say advance next to their names?
So the top
It's
two in
the
each
top two
group
teams
advance. So watch, I'm going to
Okay,
show you
so
right now.
Once
So
it starts moving, it'll
Tony,
show those two teams are gonna. Okay.
I will
Easy.
let you make these score predictions for this group. I'll do the next one, and we'll just take turns. So,
Steven will
Tony,
be
Senegal,
commentating
Netherlands.
it.
What do you think the score is going to be?
I'm gonna give it a 3-1.
3-1.
Who'd you say?
Oh, no, you
Senegal,
said-
Ecuador,
Yeah, but you want Senegal, Netherlands.
Netherlands. Oh, that's gonna be straight out 3-0.
3-0.
No, you know what? Netherlands will hold back. I say 2-0, and then they're
Jesus.
gonna sub everyone.
Can make me change the score like 8 times. Qatar, Ecuador.
Qatar, Ecuador. It's gonna be 3-1.
Are
3-1.
both those games at the same time?
No,
Yes.
those are different days.
Oh no, okay, yeah, I see the days now.
No, because the group stage, the only games that are at the same time are the last day because nobody can have an advantage.
Senegal, Qatar.
Senegal, Qatar score. This should be a good game right here.
0-0.
I'm gonna
First
say
tie.
1-0. It's gonna be low
1-1?
scoring. It's gonna be boring.
Who's winning?
I-
Senegal?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I say the opposite. It's gonna be boring.
Netherlands, Ecuador.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Do we have to say no for 0?
3-1 Netherlands.
No, you have to say bagel.
Do they call it bagel?
Bagel.
instead of donuts? Is it
Netherlands,
zero?
Qatar.
That's a 3-0 right there.
3-0. And
Qatar
you can see
winning
him
it.
shifting. And then Ecuador, Senegal.
Qatar winning it.
Fuck yeah. Hot takes, baby. Let's go.
3-2 Ecuador.
3-2. So no ties in this group, though. There'll probably be ties. But yeah, see all this, Daniel? See all this fills in right here?
Yeah, I see how it.
So
it
you
works
get
out.
3 points for a win, no points for a loss, 1 point for a tie. Matches played, wins, draws, loss, goals for, goals against, and then your plus minus right there. So
Yeah, Tony, you only gave Qatar 1 goal.
yep, the entire
Yeah,
tournament. They're
yeah.
going to score against Senegal. So
I'm telling you, it's participation.
It's the only thing. Like,
They haven't scored against Ecuador.
See, this is the only win that they're gonna take is that their government is just gonna lock up everyone for drinking in a dry country. That's the only
Jesus
win they're gonna
Christ.
get. All that
Hey,
money.
I've got some friends going to this World Cup, and I've told them, I'm like, be careful over there because you don't know. You got to like really look into their laws. I was gonna go to see the U.S. play England, and then we got the World Cup here, so I was like, screw it, I'll just wait 4 years. So I'm gonna wait
Yeah.
until it comes here, and I'm gonna go to all the games. So there we go.
That's a dangerous place to have a World Cup
Oh yeah.
for the fans.
Well,
For the
like I
fans.
said, controversy and where it's at, but it is what it is. We move on. We play the games. So
I mean, in terms of
This is why we play the
the
games.
laws, not the whole situation going around the world right now. In terms of laws, we have a lot of stupid people going.
we do, and I do know that Qatar has they're very strict on gay marriage and gay people, which is unfortunate. But I mean, that's their law and that's their right to have that. But that I saw a thing the other day where their president, I don't know if it's called president. I'm sorry, Qatar people, but there you go. Don't think anybody from Qatar is going to watch this, but whatever.
You're going to jail next.
He said, if we take away your rainbow flag, it's not because we hate you. It's because we're trying to protect you, because somebody else in the crowd could really, really not like that and attack them, you know?
yeah,
And
it's
they're
true.
trying not to do that, but you can't go to another country and force your beliefs on them. That's just not the way it works. They come here, you can do whatever you want here, but you can't go to their place and tell them
Land of
what's
the
what.
free, baby.
Yep. That's why
Except
I'm staying here.
We're controlled by
Except
government
for
still.
women's bodies.
Yeah.
and
Well,
tax money.
that's
But it's
all.
right.
Yeah, that's all different stuff.
That's all
But you know
different
what? We won't talk about that right now. Group B. Let's move on. We have England, Iran, the U.S. men's national team, and
USA,
Wales.
USA, USA.
Daniel. What did you
Yeah.
say about who you think is going to win?
So this is my thing. Okay, I understand soccer. I played soccer when I was little, as most American children do, but I just don't know what teams are good going into the World Cup here. I don't know what countries are like where. So I basically said we'll just base it off military power and just take USA to the fucking ship, baby.
Yeah, that would definitely give us a win.
So much money on our military, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. I will start with England here. They are loaded with talent everywhere. Even their bench depth is loaded, and they should have no problem topping this group here. By the way, fun fact: England has never lost. England has never beaten the USA in the World Cup. So
Wow.
that's gonna change this year. I think they're gonna beat us, but whatever.
Hey, undefeated since 1776. Let's go.
Hell yeah! Second place could be decided when the United States takes on Wales this coming Monday. Winner of that game has a great chance to advance to the knockout stages. I think the U.S. absolutely has the talent to get out of this group, and Wales is going to be a tough game though, and they have to come ready to play, or this is going to be an early exit for the United States. I think if they win against Wales, they're in good shape. If they lose against Wales, they're in really, really bad shape. Iran, I think Iran's just. I'll get to Iran in a minute, but they got some stuff going on in their country right now too. I am not sold on this U.S. team completely, but I'm gonna believe that we will win and give the U.S. a second place Group B finish and advance them to the knockout stages. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I can't forget about this we can't forget about this scrappy Iran side, and they can absolutely be a thorn in someone's side. I know they have some things going on that are not good in their country currently, and I hope their team can bring some excitement to their people. Unfortunately, I see them finishing last in this group. I do want to kind of root for Iran because of what's going on over there right now. It's really terrible, but I mean, they're going to play the games anyway, and I hope they just come out and play their hearts out. So, but we'll go through some scores here. I'll do this one. So, England, Iran. I actually have England blowing them out 4-0. We'll call it 0. USA, Wales. This could determine who leaves this group. I think the US can score on Wales. if they can get their offense going, because Wales' defense is not the best, but it's not the greatest defense. Wales is dangerous because they can score. But I'm gonna say 3-2. US pulls it off. Wales, Iran. I think Wales will win 3-1. England, USA. I think this is where US loses their first game of the World Cup, and they're going to lose 3-1. I'll give us a goal. I don't even know if we'll score, but I'm going to give us a goal.
Damn, like that, huh?
Wales, England. I have England winning 4-1.
Someone consider that treason.
And then Iran, USA. I have the US winning 3-1. So that's how I see it playing out. England wins the group, US second. These two advance to the round of 16. Wales, Iran eliminated. Like I said, if Wales wins on Monday, though, I think Wales will be the one moving on instead of the US. The US would have a tall order to beat England and then Iran right after. I think they can beat Iran. I don't know if they can beat England because England's one of the favorites to win it all this year. So we'll see what happens there. That's why we play the games. Moving on to Group C. Tony, I'll let you take it away. This is your team. Tony is a huge Mexico supporter. What do you think is going to happen here?
We're a pretty tough team. Well, pretty tough bracket.
Yeah, you guys are in tough.
Just to start this out,
You got Messi.
it is a sad year for the World Cup because a lot of the big names that we grew up with are retiring this year.
Messi, Ronaldo, and Neymar, right?
Neymar, Piqué,
PK,
you
Ronaldo.
You got a lot of the Croatia team retiring as well.
Mhm.
You got Dani Alves out of Brazil as well. So a lot of big names. So Group C has Argentina. Obviously Messi might be the last time we see him playing in general in a World Cup. Well, in a World Cup, and I don't know how much he has left in him after the World Cup. He's getting up there. But
Yeah.
back to it. Poland is a great offensive team. I don't know much about their defense, but Poland does have Lewarski, which is the Golden Boot winner for the European leagues. He is a top scorer in the European leagues right now, so they can score.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Saudi Arabia.
Hey, they're going to be close.
Mexico.
The only reason why I give Saudi Arabia even a shot is because they are right next door to Qatar. They're going to have some fans there. So
Yep.
that's the only
home
way.
field.
But they'll have home field advantage throughout all those games. But I don't think it's enough.
Saudi Arabia. But
Yeah.
might be proven wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mexico, worst team we've sent to the World Cup in years.
They're very
Why?
old.
Because these guys cannot figure out what the hell they're doing on offense. They beat Iraq 4-0 just to kind of give them a little boost, but I don't even know if that's going to be enough just because big names are retired. They're gone.
And one of your best players is hurt too, right?
They actually just called up Jimenez, which was one of our original scorers. But even he's hurt, so he might not play. So not only are they banged up, they also aren't scoring. So I don't know how great they're gonna do, but I'm still believing in them.
Well, I'll give my take here, and then I'll let you make some score predictions here. But this is Messi's last shot at a World Cup title. As he said, he's not coming back for another World Cup run. The world number 3 Argentinian side are legit contenders to win it all, and I'm on board as they are my pick to take on the World Cup. I think that Messi finally does it this year and wins the World Cup. Argentina went 17-0 in their World Cup qualifiers and only drew powerhouse Brazil 0-0. I'm going to use 0 now because you said to, Daniel.
Wait, hold on. What word is it? Nil?
Nil. Nill.
Nill?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Daniel's learning, guys.
Yeah.
They did also defeat Brazil in the Copa America final last year and got Messi a trophy, so there's that. Argentina is definitely winning this group. So Argentina's going to win this group. They're going to move on. Second place for me will come down to an older Mexico squad or a very talented Poland side. I think Poland's speed up top will be the difference, and I think Poland will edge out Mexico to advance to the round of 16. Mexico can't be ruled out, though, and they will come ready to play. Saudi Arabia, though, like I said, they're close to their home, but they're going to be outmatched by the other 3 teams. They may be in some games early, but eventually they're going to fall to fourth in this group, and I think that's where they go. So I have Argentina 1, Poland 2, Mexico 3, Saudi Arabia 4. This is your group, though, Tony, so we're going to take your predictions.
Say, fuck you, Casey, and put Mexico in second. Let's see. We're facing off on against Poland.
Yeah, Argentina, Saudi Arabia first.
Argentina.
5-1.
Oh, that's
5-1.
straight 4-0 win. It's going to be a warm-up.
Preseason game.
Yeah. It's
Mexico, Poland.
D2 school.
Actually, this is a big game for you guys. So U.S. has a big game against Wales on Monday. On Tuesday, Mexico and Poland might decide who goes second.
Yep. I'm going to give it 2-1 to Mexico. I believe in.
He believes that they will win. How do you say that in Spanish?
Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede.
Poland, Saudi Arabia. Today, Junior. 2-0. Argentina, Mexico.
Oof.
3-1.
6-0.
Mexico?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like
3-1 Mexico with Messi getting a hat trick.
Poland, Argentina.
The fun part is that Messi's going to score for the Mexican team too. He's going to feel bad.
Poland, Argentina.
Poland, Argentina. That's going to be pretty good. I think it's going to be 4-2 Argentina.
Saudi Arabia, Mexico.
Since you got the score backwards on the
I'll do
last
1-0 Mexico.
That's my bad.
I think that one's going to be a really boring game, honestly.
1-0?
Yeah.
There you go. So you got Argentina moving on, Mexico second, Poland third, Saudi Arabia.
Mexico with their replacement hips on half the field.
Their replacement hips. Hey, they're cheap there at least.
Yeah, true. Let's move on to Group C here. I'm sorry, Group D. My bad. Group D, you got France, Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia right here. Group D, I feel like France and Denmark got a first round bye into the knockout stages here. France, another title contender, and Denmark are no scrubs. They have scored 30 goals and only conceded 3 in World Cup qualifying. France and Denmark were in the same group in the last World Cup, and they both advanced to the knockout stages. So similar things for both of these teams. Denmark has had France's number as of late, beating them twice this year in June and September. I like them to win this group as well in an upset over France. So I will say congrats to Australia's Socceroos and Tunisia for making the World Cup, but they are destined for an exit after the group stages. I have Denmark winning the group, France second, Australia third, Tunisia fourth. Daniel, you want to give some score predictions here?
Can we talk about how Australia's national flag is just Great Britain's in the corner and then just blue with extra stars?
Yeah, that's exactly
It's
what it is.
fuck it. Copy paste. It's like when you copy your classmate's homework and just change it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's Australia.
It's like Hawaii.
Can you tell this guy doesn't know soccer, guys?
I understand how the games work.
Let's do some score predictions, Daniel. And guys, don't take this seriously. Daniel will get this. He's going to get this completely right. So Denmark, Tunisia.
I just like to dick around. It's fun.
Yeah, Denmark, Tunisia.
Let's go. Denmark, Tunisia. Give me 3-1 Denmark.
France, Australia.
Let's give Australia a little bit of credit here. Just a little bit. Let's go 2-1 there.
France, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Tunisia, Australia.
I don't know anything about Tunisia. That's the only thing.
Can you point to it on a map?
I don't know. It's like South Asia.
All right, you can just keep a.
Yeah, let's go Australia 2-1 there.
France, Denmark.
I'll give this one to France. How are their defenses? Both teams.
They're both pretty good.
Well, France
So
won the World
defensive
Cup last
matchup
year.
here.
Or last 4 years.
Let's go 1-0 France.
Ooh.
Definitely could happen.
Tight game, boring, no scoring.
Tunisia,
A
France.
lot of intense moments though. Let's go France 3-0 here.
Australia, Denmark.
And then let's go Denmark 3-1. Yeah,
So
like
you have
that.
France, Denmark, Australia, Tunisia going through.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, I agree
France,
with
Denmark
that
going through.
because France has Dembele and they have what's his name?
Mbappe.
Mbappe.
There we go. They have two really good forwards.
Is
coming
Pogba
in.
still playing for them too?
Nah, he's gone.
He's gone.
old.
Okay. Well, he
Hey,
wasn't old.
remember-
I remember watching Pogba when he was playing for like the under 17 team. So, so there's that too.
Anything can happen.
Yep, true. That's why I picked the upset in Denmark. So, I mean, there's going to be upsets in this World Cup. I mean, there's probably in the groups, we haven't picked a tie yet. There's going to be ties too. So,
That's true.
next Group E, we have Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. Germany is my second team to support behind the U.S. because my mom was born there. Shout out to Nuremberg, Germany. The Germany squad will be looking to redeem themselves after failing to get out of the group stage in 2018, losing to England in the round of 16 Euro 2020. My voice is coming back
It's
twice.
Steven's in the apartment.
Our door is closed.
He's got a sensitive mic.
Yeah.
It was Tony. Tony.
Is it Tony?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
My
whatever.
mic is off.
Anyway, Germany on paper is the best team and should win this group, but they do have some injuries lingering, and that could have an impact on how they perform. I think Germany will be up to the task and win the group. Spain should be their biggest competition, but they have not been the same since 2012. In 2014, Spain failed to make it past group stage in the World Cup as defending champions. By the way, the defending champion has not made it past the group stage since 2010, I believe. Little fun fact.
So Germany.
Who
make
won
it
the last World
year.
Cup?
France.
France. So France is the team this year. France will get through though. If they don't get through, something's wrong. But they failed to make it past the group stage in 2014 World Cup as defending champions, and in 2016 and 2018 Euros they lost in the round of 16. They did do better in the 2020 Euros. They got to the semifinals. I think Spain has enough to finish second in the group, but they may be ousted yet again in the round of 16 matchup. I don't see Costa Rica or Japan giving Spain or Germany much of a fight, and the European countries should advance without much hassle. So, Steven, you want to give some scores? You haven't given any yet.
Yeah. So Germany. Sorry, Japan. Give me 3-0.
Spain, Costa Rica.
This one I think could be a good game because Costa Rica's a feisty team, as the U.S. and Mexico have learned from CONCACAF. So I'm gonna give it an upset here, a 1-2 Costa Rica.
Costa Rica wins. Japan, Costa Rica.
I'm gonna get another 2 to Costa Rica and 1 to Japan.
Spain, Germany.
I have this one as a tie, actually. I'm gonna give this 2-2. This should be a really good game.
Japan, Spain.
Japan scores a couple goals. Give me 2 goals for them, but Spain wins with 3.
Costa Rica, Germany.
I have this one also as a tie, 1-1.
So you have Costa Rica winning this group.
Yep.
Holy crap.
But Germany
Holy
comes in
shit.
second.
Holy shit. Yeah. A lot of people are going to disagree with that, but you know what? It can happen. So,
It's true.
You know, honestly, I think this might be one of the harder groups to win out.
Yeah.
Japan's really good. Germany's consistently great. Spain has a lot of big names this year. Although Piqué, like I said, retired at a few games ago. They still got Sergio Busquets, which is one of the most veteran players on Barcelona. He is the most veteran player on Barcelona. Great midfielder. They got Gavi, they got Pedri, they got just a ton of talent. They have Jordi Alba, one of the best defenders, one of the fastest defenders, especially for his age. My God. They just have overall, it's straight out, you're looking at the Barcelona team play for one country.
yeah, that is true. I have Germany, Spain, Japan, Costa Rica. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how I have them going here.
I agree with that because I know this much. I know Germany and Spain are powerhouses, and they always are. So I'm going to agree with Casey there.
Spain,
Like I said, Spain hasn't been the past couple of years, but let's see if they can turn it around this year. We will move on to Group F here. So,
Canada.
We have Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. This is going to be a fight between, I think, 3 teams. Croatia, Canada, and Belgium. Morocco is not terrible though, so I think they can put up a fight. But this was a tough group for me to call, as I can see 3 teams competing for the top 2 spots. While I think Morocco has a wonderful squad, I think the other 3 teams are just much better. I'm going to have Belgium on top of this group, but I can see Canada or Croatia doing so as well. I'm giving the second spot to Croatia for a few reasons. 1, Croatia was the runner-up in the last World Cup, losing to eventual champion France in the final. And 2, I just think they have slightly more talented players than Canada does. I won't be surprised to see Canada take the second spot or even win this group, but I have them finishing 3rd behind Belgium and Croatia. I have Belgium, Croatia, Canada, Morocco in that order. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I can see that.
Tony.
I can see Croatia and Canada flipping.
Yeah, I could see that too.
know.
I mean, this is going to be an interesting group here, and I'm looking forward to watching these guys play. Morocco can spoil somebody's group of round of 16 entrants. They can even steal a round of 16 entrants. So all they really just need a win and a tie, and that could be enough to get you in. So also depends on how you play them. Belgium is not as good as the past couple of years as well. Belgium is good, but they're not. I don't think they're as good as they were in the last couple tournaments. But we'll see what happens here. Tony, you want to give some scores here?
Not really. This one's tough.
Yeah, I know. See?
No, groups E and F are gonna be really, really fun to watch.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, no, never mind. But yeah, go ahead.
I
Morocco
know, man.
and Croatia. What you got here?
Croatia, 3-1.
Belgium, Canada. I think this is gonna be a great game.
Eek.
Ties can happen.
Yeah. 1-1.
Belgium, Morocco.
2-0. Belgium.
Croatia, Canada.
2-1 Croatia.
2-1.
Yeah.
Croatia, Belgium. This is gonna be a great game.
That's tough.
It's pondering. 2-2? 2-2 tie?
I'm gonna say, damn, Croatia. 2-1 Croatia.
Croatia pulls it off. Canada,
So we have
Morocco.
Croatia winning.
3-1 Canada.
So the way you have it, you have Croatia, Canada, Belgium, Morocco. Belgium missing out on it there. So
Damn,
Yeah.
that tiebreaker is for goals scored.
Goals force.
Yep. Yep, goals 4 right there. It's crazy.
Honestly, I think that's a pretty spot on.
Yeah, I mean, this could definitely
Scenario.
happen. I think, like I said, these 3 teams are gonna be fighting for this, and then Morocco could be in there too. So we'll see what they do, but we'll see what happens. I'm so excited for the World Cup to start, guys. You have no idea. Group
I was gonna
G.
say, out of North America, we have Canada, Mexico, and US coming out.
And
Out
Croatia.
of the 3, Canada,
I'm sorry, and Costa Rica. I'm sorry, not
And
Croatia.
Costa Rica.
not South.
It's all the
Central.
countries. We have all the countries making it.
Hmm.
No, I said in North America,
Yeah.
not Central, not
No.
South,
So Central America is North America.
not Central. We're not counting Central.
Okay, so
I said
only
not Central.
only
Mexico,
Canada,
Canada,
Mexico, and the U.S.
So those are the only 3 countries.
Only North America.
I straight up, you guys don't listen very well. I said in North America, not counting Central. No, but that's Central. Fuckers, listen. So out of the 3 teams, Canada is the best one
Yes,
by
Canada.
far.
Canada did win CONCACAF, I believe,
Yeah.
this year.
They
They
did,
won.
and they won it pretty easily, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If they cannot take on this group and the US or Mexico have to face off against these teams, it's over.
We'll see
There's no chance.
if the U.S. and Mexico even make it out of their groups.
If they can get in there,
Power.
that's a big if. One of the biggest ifs in the world.
It's crazy because like all 4 of our CONCACAF teams can totally make the round of 16, and then they can also not make the rounds altogether. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fun.
I mean, as can be the case with anybody, really.
Tis true.
Qatar wins it all.
Yay, sex bots.
Yeah, you want to get that out of there?
Yeah, I got you.
Here we go. Group G.
Our girls right first.
We got Brazil, right.
Sorry.
Group G,
It's
we got
funny.
Brazil, Switzerland, Serbia, and Cameroon. Easy winner here, as I think Brazil will win this group easily. Like, it's not even going to be a contest. They are just definitely better than the 3 teams that they have to play in this group, and they really have to mess it up to not win it. For second, I'm going back and forth between 2 teams. I love this Serbia squad and think they can come out with, if they can come out with some quick goals, they could finish second in this group. I've got to give it to Switzerland, though. They're the more experienced squad. They got out of the group stages of the 2018 World Cup and made it to the quarterfinals of Euro 2020. Serbia couldn't get out of the group stage in the 2018 World Cup and have not qualified for the last 2 Euro tournaments. Cameroon is also in this group, and though they have a fast and talented squad, I think they finished last in this group, but they definitely have the capability to do some damage in this group. But I have Brazil 1, Switzerland 2, Serbia 3, Cameroon 4 in this one. Anybody else thoughts on this group?
If Brazil doesn't win this group, they shouldn't make it to the
Yeah,
round of
Brazil's
16.
just they're just too big of a powerhouse not to easily take it.
Yeah, they're going to win this group.
I don't know. I think I'm rooting for Switzerland to take the 2 spot.
I think Switzerland's going to edge Serbia out. Serbia's a tough team, though. They've got a good team. But Switzerland, I think, will take it over Serbia. And Cameroon and Serbia finish 3-4. Brazil wins the group. Switzerland's second. That Switzerland-Brazil game might be really fun to watch. So that'll be really cool. Daniel.
You know, fun fact before we move on, Brazil is bringing up 2 extremely old players. We have Danny Elvis, who was 39, and then
Jesus.
somehow they brought up Thiago Silva, great player,
Oh my gosh.
38.
Yeah, he's old too.
He's old as shit.
Still can play soccer, though.
Yeah.
Daniel, I will let you do the honors of the scores here.
This is a terrible idea. I know nothing about these teams.
All right.
Well, fuck it. We'll do it anyway. Anything can happen. Having no prior knowledge, let's go. Let's start with a tie. Give me 1-1 in this first game.
Switzerland, Cameroon, 1-1. Brazil, Serbia.
Blowout, 4-0.
There you go.
Jesus.
Cameroon, Serbia.
Let's go. Let's go 1-0 or 1-0.
For who?
Yeah, in order. Cameroon.
So you have Serbia losing their first 2 games. Brazil and Switzerland.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean, if they're
scoring.
getting fucked that hard to Brazil, then let Cameroon take them out just a little bit too. Let's
Let them have a turn.
go. Brazil here, 3-2.
Cameroon, Brazil.
We'll go 3-1 here, Brazil.
And Serbia, Switzerland.
We'll give Serbia a goal. 2 goals? Nah, we'll go 1-2 here. I like it.
So you have Brazil, Switzerland, Cameroon, third, Serbia, fourth. You have Serbia not doing shit in this group.
Yeah.
So
Know nothing about this, so let them
So-
get womped on.
there we go. We're moving on to the final group here. Group H.
God damn, there's a lot of groups.
Yep. This is the last one. There's 32 teams to start this. When it comes to the US, there will be 48 teams. They're expanding it.
Jesus.
So, Group H. Group H is what I consider to be this year's group of death. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's the hardest group to get out of in terms of teams. It's got the better teams in terms of every group. So, that makes sense to you. There is no clear-cut favorite, and I think that any of these teams can advance if they play to their full potential. Korea Republic may be the odd team out here, as they couldn't beat Iran in their group qualifiers. They do have the potential to make some noise, but I think they finished 4th in this group. I think this tough Uruguayan team will top the group over Portugal. Also remember that it was Uruguay who knocked out Portugal in the 2018 edition of the World Cup. So they knocked them out. I think they do it again, topping the group. I still think Portugal advances in 2nd place, but watch out for Ghana. As we know in the US, this Ghanaian team can play. But I don't think that their team is as good as the last couple World Cups. I see Ghana finishing 3rd in the group, while Portugal and Uruguay advance to the knockout stages. But this is my group of death. in terms of how I see it. And I think they finish, how did I say?
You said
I have Uruguay,
one,
Portugal, Ghana, and then Korea. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, those top two teams could flip flop easily, but I would have to agree with those two teams advancing at least, with Ghana and Korea finishing off.
I don't know about that group. There's talent, but I don't think that is the death group. I think it's just the hardest group to get out of because they're so evenly matched. I think that group, whoever moves on, might get knocked out right after, just because Portugal has got nothing except Ronaldo.
I think
Suarez is
Uruguay
gonna be
could move
biting-
on.
Uruguay, Suarez is going to be biting ears off, so he might get a chance.
It's his last
Hitting
World Cup
balls
too.
from hitting balls
It's
from
his
the goal
last World
line.
Cup as well. It might be Ronaldo's last World Cup.
It is his last
Um,
World Cup too, I think.
Korea, I think they could take the 3 spot. I don't think Ghana has enough to beat Korea. Korea's been significantly improving throughout the years, and I think they're a pretty solid team. I think they could take that 3 spot. But I think, like I said, after that, if they have to face off against the powerhouses like Germany, Spain, Canada, Belgium, Brazil, I don't think they have a chance.
I think this group plays the Brazil group in the knockout stage.
Yes, I believe they do. So
They would if they face the bottom groups. I don't think they have a chance. From D through G, I don't think they have a chance.
yeah, because I think
Anything
A
can
and
happen.
B play each other, C and D, E and F, G and H. I think that's how they group up in the round of 16. So
Yeah.
Daniel, just so you know, so say Portugal and Ghana do move on in this.
Mm-hmm.
Portugal will be the HA, so they would win the group, and then Ghana will be HB. So HA plays GB,
GB.
if that makes sense,
So the first
Right.
place team in this group would play the second place team in the
in
other
Group
Right.
G.
Yeah,
So, and that's how the knockout stages go. So then they go through there, and it's sudden death. So if you lose, you're out. No more
Right,
ties
'cause
after
if
the
you're-
group stage.
Seeding makes sense. Yes.
Steven, I will let you make the predictions here for the last group. So you got Uruguay and Korea.
As Tony was saying, Korea has been improving, so this should be a little tight of a game. But I have Uruguay winning 2-1.
Portugal and Ghana.
I have this one 2-0.
Portugal,
Yes, it's gonna say it in order.
Korea, Ghana.
This could be a barn burner. I think this will be 1-1.
Portugal, Uruguay.
Portugal and Uruguay. This one should be the game
This is the game of the group for sure.
of the group. God, I just don't know. This could be a tie for like all I know. I'm gonna give it to Uruguay 2-1 as well.
Korea, Portugal.
Portugal winning 2-0.
Ghana, Uruguay.
Uruguay winning 2-1.
So you have Uruguay topping the group with 9 points, winning all 3 of their games. Portugal, Ghana, and Korea. Ghana and Korea are out. Uruguay, Portugal move on. And it can very well be that way. I think Uruguay and Portugal are destined to win this group. One of the two. I think whoever wins that game wins this group. But there you go. There you have it. These are some of our World Cup predictions from all of us, from people that know soccer to people that don't know soccer. So
Sorry.
there you go. No, it's okay. It's good content. So there we go. All right. Let us move on back to our 4cam scene here.
They don't do anything like that for hockey, huh? There's no like hockey
World
World
Cup
Cup.
Like a
of
World Cup
hockey?
of hockey?
It was
Is
supposed
that
to
a
happen
thing?
next year.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to
Oh.
get it out there, but it hasn't gone up yet. So
It happened the year before the pandemic, I think.
Ah, that sucks.
2019, and it hasn't happened since.
Whack ass COVID.
all right, back to your wheelhouse, Daniel. Week
Yay!
11 game
Real
predictions.
football.
Actual football, because it's called soccer. So let me pull up my spreads. This is our game picks with spreads, guys, and we take our spreads directly from DraftKings, in case anybody wants to know. Let me pull up my spreads here.
do 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 do.
Are you streaming on the on TikTok, Daniel?
Negative.
Negative?
I couldn't get it to work, so
Oh, okay. Well, we'll figure that out.
we'll get a stream key going and we'll get that going for you guys.
Perfect.
That way it's easier to
See,
watch.
and that's
too.
something I know nothing of, so that'll be something you guys have to get.
Yeah, we'll get it.
All right. Are we ready for Thursday night football here? Thursday night football, we have the Tennessee Titans going into Green Bay to take on the Packers. The Packers are favored by 3 in this game after their big win over the Cowboys. Last time the Packers and Titans played, the Packers destroyed Tennessee 40-14 in Lambeau in 2020. Aaron Rodgers and Christian Watson connected for 3 touchdowns against the Cowboys in Week 10. Christian Watson had 4 catches, 3 of them were for touchdowns.
Yep.
Wild stat. It kept their NFC playoff hopes alive. Tennessee's offense has struggled, but Derrick Henry should feast against his against his Packers defense. Sorry, Cowboys. Against his Packers defense that allows 140.6 rushing yards a game. I think this will be a close game. I think this is the first good Thursday night game we get this year. And I think Tennessee wins it like 24-20, which they would definitely cover because they're +3 right now. I would take them straight up +135. Steven.
Earth to Steven.
Did you say the over under?
Yes. Oh, the over-under is 41.
So I think this will be a very run heavy game. Of course, the Titans have Derrick Henry. The Packers have A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones, repping that UTEP shirt for Aaron Jones right now. I think the Packers kind of figured out the game last week against the Cowboys. They remembered they can run the ball, and that kind of solves their offensive issues with the passing game. So I have the Packers winning this game against the Titans. They found the groove. Aaron Rodgers gets back in it. Give me the Green Bay Packers winning by 4 points. So covering, and let's shoot for the over. Be 24-20.
So you have the opposite of me. I have 24-20 Titans.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This game, I think there was like 2 games this week that I was going back and forth on. I just couldn't settle it.
The other one is the Chargers and Chiefs.
He said, nah.
They know the Cowboys and Vikings, but this one.
Nah, the
Titans,
other one I'm looking
Packers.
at is the Rams Saints. They're just, but we'll get to that.
That's the one game I can't figure out right now.
See, I am gonna agree with Steven on this one, just because I've been playing out scenarios for the NFC. I think I like the Packers upsetting the Titans. 24-20 sounds like a good one. So I guess I'm going with over, obviously. That'll push the Packers to a 5. What are they at right now? 5-6. That'll a 5-6 get record.
Good. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Okay. My bad. I'm looking at Tennessee's defense right now. I just wanted to check that out real quick. Their defense isn't that bad.
No, they're pretty
Their
good.
pass defense is not good, however. They'll be in Green Bay, and I'm sure it'll be cold as fuck. And Aaron Rodgers has somebody to throw to now. We'll see if that guy can stay consistent. Christian Watson.
Christian
She
Watson.
looked pretty concussed after the game.
Really? What do you mean?
He took a pretty good hit towards the end of the game.
Oh, he won't get thrown into protocol.
No, he'll be fine though. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Can of corn. He'll be fine.
But yeah, I mean, their run. I think it's going to be a really run-heavy game because both teams are not great at throwing the football this year. But who knows? Aaron Rodgers is in his element now. He thrives in the cold. He's in Lambeau. He's getting hot now. I mean, it's his time of the season to shine, and this is where he's always thrived most, is when it's cold as fuck. They're in Lambeau. The Titans aren't a really great team, so it'll kind of depend on who can throw the ball better, I feel like. But I'm going to take Green Bay here. 24-20 is what you guys all had. I don't think it's going to be that high scoring. 1, because it will be cold, and 2, it's going to be a very run heavy game, I feel like. So I'm going to go, let's say a close 17-13 Packers.
Perfect.
So that gives you the under, and the Packers will cover that 3-point spread.
Gotcha. All right, we'll move on to the next game here. The Cleveland Browns are going into Buffalo to take on the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are favored by 8 points in this game, as they should be. The over-under is 43. The Bills are going to be pissed about losing to Minnesota, and poor Cleveland, they have to take the brunt of this beating. The Browns have 2 games before Deshaun Watson returns from his 11-game suspension. Oddly enough, did you guys know that he's returning against the Texans?
That's fucked.
I
did know that actually.
In Houston.
Yeah.
It's
So-
marketing.
Yeah, we
Yep.
talked
Yeah,
about this
there you
week
go.
1, I think.
But Buffalo's coming off a bad loss, and Josh Allen will bounce back against a Cleveland defense that was torched by Miami for 39 points and 491 yards in Week 10.
God bless.
The Browns won the last meeting 19-16. They're not winning this one. The Bills turn the tide. They win this game. This is my blowout of the week, fellas. I have the Bills
It's all
winning.
of ours.
Yeah, it's like going to be, I'll say 38-13. That's my pick for this one, which gives the Bills to cover. The over-under I said was 43. That makes that cover too. So take the Bills.
Yeah, there's no way the Bills should lose this game. Lose this game. But the Bills should win this game easily. I have them winning by at least 10, so they're covering. I have the over on this game too, because I think Buffalo will score at least 35 on them, honestly. So I'm going to say 35 to 17. That's my score prediction. So over, give me Buffalo with the points, and that's it.
Fuck the Browns. We're going with the Bills. Bills over because they're gonna just blow their ass out. And obviously that's about it. the Browns.
Obviously, that's about it.
Fuck the
Obviously,
Browns are getting their ass
it's-
blown out. All right, that's it.
Jesus Christ,
That's
Tony.
basically
They're
what he
blown
said.
out. Everything's being blown out. That's straight facts. I don't even know why we're moving on to Daniel. It's just straight facts.
He's kind of got a point, honestly. I'm gonna give my take anyway. I'm full agreement with you guys. I mean, Cleveland has proved themselves to be pretty okay this year. I think we all thought they were gonna do worse than they are. However, Buffalo's pissed, and I think Josh Allen is gonna fucking just torch and obliterate this defense. I could see like Stephon Diggs going for 3-4 touchdowns, and it's gonna be bad for the Browns. I feel like so. I'm actually gonna go further with the blowout, guys. I'm gonna say like 45-20.
Oh my god.
The Bills are gonna be fucking pissed. It's in Buffalo with that crowd behind them. Bills Mafia is a different fucking breed. So give me the obviously the over on that, almost by the Bills by themselves. 42-20 Buffalo.
Timeout. You're giving the Browns 20 points?
Yeah, because they'll get some bullshit points at the end of the game.
Oh, okay. That makes it a little better.
That's about right.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt a little bit, but
It'll be
they're
like
gonna get
45-0 at the end, so they'll score some garbage.
They'll score
that's why.
20 points
They'll
in the
start
fourth
playing
quarter.
the second string team, and they'll get a touchdown in there at the end. And yeah,
All
it'll
right.
be fun.
Not for the Browns,
Right
it
now-
won't be.
Fun fact: if the season were to end today, all of the AFC East would be in playoffs.
Wow, that is a fun fact.
Factory.
Can that happen?
Nah, it won't. It won't happen past this week. But as of
It
right
can
now,
happen.
It can't. There's 3 wildcard teams.
Oh, that's right. There's 3 now. Yeah, that is true.
Mhm.
It can happen. Weird.
Watch out for the NFC East.
Yeah, the NFC East right now.
They might be in the same scenario right now, actually. But
the
continue.
AFC.
All right. Next game here, we have the Detroit Lions going into New York to take on the New York Giants. The Giants are favored by 3 in this game. The over-under is 46.5. The Lions have a chance for a rare 3-game win streak here, and their offense looks better when Amon-Ra St. Brown is healthy. New York is 3-1 straight up in home games this season, and all 4 have been decided by 8 points or less. I think this is going to be a good game to watch, guys. The Giants, I think they're going to be able to run all over the Lions here. Saquon Barkley will probably have a really good game. But I'm backing the Lions in this game. They are plus 135. I believe in them to win in New York this week. I mean, if New York's going to get caught sometime soon, they have to. especially if you guys don't think they're the team that they are. If they
Yeah.
blow out the Lions, then they're freaking for real. So I don't know, but not that the Lions are great, but
They're that team this year that like gives the good teams a little run for their money. They competed really well against the Eagles
Yep.
earlier in the season too. So
yeah.
watch
But-
out, New York.
I will take the Lions winning this game. I think a lot of points are going to be scored in this game. I think the final score is going to be about 31-24. Lions on top. Take the over 46.5. Take the Lions straight up plus 135.
Yeah, I think this would be a good game, but the problem with the Lions' defense is their run defense. The Cowboys ran all over them. The Bears ran all over them, even though the Lions won. I mean, and with Saquon back there, I mean, he should have a field day, honestly. With that being said, it could be a low scoring game. I think I'm still gonna pull for the Giants on this one. 3 points. I'll have them cover the 3 points. I'll have them win by a touchdown. I'll have them win 27-20. So I'm gonna pick the over barely. For that. So, but give me the Giants winning this game.
I agree with Steven. I am picking the Giants to win. I'm gonna go with under. It's because 46.5 is a lot. But yeah, Saquon should have a really good day. Like you said, the run defense for the Lions isn't the greatest. So once they can establish that, I think it'll be easy for them. Yes, Giants win.
I am also taking the Giants in hopes that I'm wrong for this game. I don't want the Giants to win. Hi, Blue. He's walking in the background over there.
Oh, there he is.
I really don't want the Giants to continue winning because that just makes it worse for Dallas, and Dallas is not in a good position right now for the Giants to be winning any more games, or the Commanders for that. So, however, I am going to take the Giants here because I think they're the better football team. The Lions still only have like one win, right? Or is it 3 now? Because I think they were 1-5 at one point, and then you just said they won the last 2 weeks.
They beat the Bears last week, and I can go
Are
back
they
real quick.
3-5 now?
They're 3-6.
3-6. Okay, so yeah, not great. What are the Giants? Are
And they beat the
the
Packers.
Giants 7-2 right now?
Yep.
Holy shit! Yeah, fuck the Giants. But they should win this game. I mean, Saquon, like Steven said, should run all over this defense. That's where they're lacking a lot. But the Lions have a decent run offense too, and this is one of those weird games where the Lions could give the Giants a run for their money, but ultimately I'm going to take the Giants here to cover that 3-point spread. Not by a lot. And I'm going to take the under on this. I think 46.5 is a lot of points to score. Both teams' defenses are okay. Not great, but they're there, you know. Hopefully Aiden Hutchinson can get to Daniel Jones a lot this week if he's playing. I know he had something going on. I don't know if it was that serious or not, but hopefully he can get to Daniel Jones a lot and shut that down. But in the sense of picking, I'm taking the Giants here to cover that 3 points. Let's go 17. Let's go 17-13 Giants. Low scoring game.
Got it.
Ish.
Chat's been kind of quiet today besides Quee. Next game. The Philadelphia Eagles are going into
Fuck 'em.
Indianapolis to take on my Indianapolis Colts. If Colts coach Jeff Saturday can knock off the Eagles, give that man coach of the year. Do it.
After
Get him coach of the year after 2 games. Do it. Oh, man. Jonathan Taylor resurfaced with 147 yards and a 66-yard touchdown in week 10. I think it was 60. It was 60-something yards. Don't remember.
66.
66? Perfect. I think the Colts can stay in this game. I do. I think they can stay in this game. I think they can definitely score on the Eagles. The Eagles are definitely going to score on them. In the end, I can't pick the Colts just because, one, the Eagles, They have lost one game to the Commanders. We lost a close game to the Commanders as well. But I don't know. I just can't pick the Colts to win this game. The Colts are 6.5-point underdogs. The over-under is 45. I think it's going to be close to the end, and I think the Eagles will score to go up like the last 5 minutes to win the game. I think the score will be like 23-16, something like that, because we don't really score a lot of touchdowns. We've been scoring a lot of field goals. So I think we get like a touchdown, then get up to 16. Eagles score a touchdown to go ahead in the end there, and they win it. I will take the under 45 and let's say 23-16. That gives the Eagles the cover just because they're 6.5-point favorites, so they would win by 7 there. So Eagles win, Eagles cover, under 45.
Yeah, I think this could be actually a really good game because I think the Commanders showed everyone how to beat the Eagles last night. You have to have a steady run game and make accurate passes enough to where you can pretty much, if you can take the ball away from the Eagles, they can't score against you. That being said, the Colts have a good run offense. Jonathan Taylor, of course. It would have been nice to see Hines back there still. I think Indy will be rocking this week with Jeff Saturday now that he won his first game. But I still have the Eagles winning this game. It's going to be a lot closer than I think everyone thinks it's going to be. I have the Eagles winning by 5. I have them winning 22-17. So that's going to be the under for this game. But I have the the Colts covering at least.
So we don't have Hines anymore. He's with
I know,
Buffalo.
that's what I said.
Oh, got you.
I said it would have been nice to see Hines back there still.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He did. I heard him.
But yeah, so give me Indy covering, but the Eagles winning. But yeah.
All right.
But
Plain
yeah.
and simple. I'm going to give them an Eagles win. I'm going to say 28-14, taking us over 28-38. Yes, over 45. What else? So that has the Eagles covering. I like Saturday. I want him to win. I'm rooting for him, but it's
Me
not going to
too.
happen.
Me too. I'm rooting for him too.
I'm rooting for him, but it's not going to happen. At least not this week. I'll save it for next week. We'll see what happens.
Hey, you never know.
You're gonna save it for next week, huh, Tony? Do you know who we play next week?
I mean, I'm trying to be nice here, Casey. I'm trying to give you hope.
We play the Steelers next week.
Obviously, it's not going to happen, but just trying to help you out here. But I like Joe Saturday. It sucks that he's gonna start all 1 and 2, but anywho, yes, Eagles win. Oh, I also found it really stupid that they tried to make Boston Scott a thing. Have you noticed they didn't actually start playing their game until Sanders came in the second fucking half, which is stupid.
You know how happy I was about that because I was playing against Miles Sanders.
I know you were. That was me.
I know.
You're gonna have one touch in 2 quarters for 6 yards. That's some bullshit.
When it was the fourth quarter, I saw he had 0.6 points. I was like, "Oh, I'm good."
Nah, it was stupid. But anyhow, I hope they learned their lesson on get your starting running back in there, and so you could do stuff.
He probably did some shit at practice and pissed off.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I think that's what me and my brother-in-law were talking about today. Maybe they were just trying to teach him a lesson.
Yeah, that'd be the only reason you would do that in any given situation. Either that or they're covering up like a minor injury that he has, but I doubt that that's the case. Okay, so God, I hate the Eagles so much, man, just so much. And it wasn't that much there. I didn't have that much hate until I started dating Jeanette. I didn't give a fuck about the Eagles. I hated the Niners and the Steelers the most. Well, and the Giants, but the Eagles weren't even a second thought a while back. Anyway, I want to pick Indy here. I really do. I love Jeff Saturday, and I'll tell you what. The reason that he is going to thrive as a coach in the NFL is because he's so smart. Offensive linemen as a whole have to be the smartest players on the field to succeed. It's just the truth. Like every other position does not compare to how intelligent you have to be to run an offensive line. It's insane. With that being said, though, I think the Eagles will bounce back here. I know it's in Indy, and I know you guys can pull it off the same way you did against the Chiefs.
Like I said, we beat the teams we're not supposed to beat, and we lose
That's
the
the thing,
teams that we're
and
supposed to beat.
It's at home where you did beat the Chiefs too. It's the NFL, you know? So either way, I'm still going to take Philly here. I think they're going to be pissed off and they're going to be playing to the abilities that they're capable of. So I'm going to take Philly to cover that 6.5 spread, at least win by a touchdown here. I'm going to go, I think I'm going to say 28-14, 28-13 Philly. I think it's going to be not a big blowout game, but a little bit of a blowout game. Philly has to get back on top to prove that they're for real. But if Indy wins here, I mean, the Eagles might be getting exposed.
Could be
to what they really are, because they're the first 8 games of their season were not against great teams, but they found ways to win them. It's the NFL. You can't make that excuse. Wins are wins. So, but yeah, what did I say? 28-13.
Yeah.
Math. That puts it at 43.
Under.
41.
Yeah, you're under.
So under on that.
All right. Moving on. New York Jets are heading into New England to take on the Patriots. The Patriots are favored by 3 in this game. The over-under is 38.5. This might be the lowest over-under of the week. These teams met in Week 8, and the Patriots won 22-17 on the strength of 5 field goals by Nick Folk. The Jets had a bye week to enjoy the victory against Buffalo, and Zach Wilson had a season-low 48.8 completion percentage in the first meeting against the Patriots. I think the Jets bounce back against the Patriots in Foxborough this week, and I think the Jets get the win in Foxborough this week. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I do think the Jets win 17-13 in an AFC East showdown that will be a defensive struggle for both teams. So 17-13 Jets. That makes the Jets cover because they are +3. The over-under is 38.5. Math. That's the under. So I would take the under 38.5. Jets cover. Jets win. If the Jets win, they are +140. So you can take that right there.
Yeah, who'd have thought that in week 11 the Bills would be in 3rd place in the AFC East right now?
They'll be back.
Who had that on their bingo card?
On their bingo card.
With Miami and the Jets taking the top 2 spots right now. That being said, the Jets, I think, are also going to get their revenge back on the Patriots. I have them winning 20-13 this game. So I'll be picking the under. As Casey said, it should be a low-scoring game. Both these offenses can be a little sputtery at times, especially the Patriots. But they have proven themselves a couple times. But look for the Jets to get the revenge, get the win, and with the under. So there you go.
I agree with Casey. I see them bouncing back. I don't think the Patriots are all there quite yet. They've been playing in a much better level, especially starting the season. So I'm giving the Jets a win. What's their difference? 3-point difference. I'm going to pick over. I'm going to say it's going to be a semi-decent scoring game. I'm going to go like 17-26. 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. So I have the Jets winning. They seriously have the Patriots?
Patriots are favored.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Game.
Just because they're in Foxborough, nah, I'm giving it to the Jets. They're taking the over, and obviously that makes them cover.
Yeah. I think there'll be a lot of Jets fans in Foxborough this week. I'm gonna agree with you guys here though with this pick. I just think the Jets are a better team right now, and that's crazy for me to say that the Jets are a better team than the Patriots. It's just weird coming out of my mouth.
I don't think it's ever happened in your lifetime.
Yeah. No. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Jets here as well. I think that it's going to be a field goal to win game. Both these teams are pretty evenly matched, I feel like. I think the Jets edge out just a little bit, but this game could go either way. It doesn't surprise me that the Patriots are favored, just because both of these teams are so, like, inconsistent, to say the least. Like, you just don't know what's going to happen with them each week, you know? So, however, I'm taking the Jets here. I like where you guys are in the score range right now, like the low 20s. So I think I'm going to go 24. I think I'm going to say 24-23 Jets. Game-winning field goal.
Boom.
And that puts you at the over. That puts you at 47 points, so over on that. But yeah, I like that.
Perfect. Let's get my next game here. The Baltimore Ravens coming off bye. Looks like they have another bye this week because they're playing the Carolina Panthers at home. The Ravens are favored by 12 in this game. The over-under is 43.5. I think the Ravens are just going to blow out the Panthers. I don't see this game being really close.
Guess who's starting for Carolina again, baby?
PJ Walker, believe, right?
Baker Mayfield,
Baker?
motherfucker.
Baker Mayfield is scheduled to start.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's over. It's over.
Yeah. 'Cause, the other guys, is he in, I think he's in concussion protocol or something happened to him.
Yeah, he got hurt
but
against the Falcons.
Sam Darnold's also fucked still. So Baker's back up to the plate.
Here's something else. The Panthers are 0-4 straight up on the road.
Yeah. It's
So-
not good for them this year.
I mean, I might take the 12 with the Ravens here. Ravens at home, I think they blow them out. I don't know if they'll score a lot of points. I'll take the under 43.5. They might be close to it. I think the Ravens will score something like 27, but I don't know if the Panthers are going to score a lot of points on this Ravens defense. So give me the Ravens to win. I'm going to give them the cover on the 12, under 43.5.
Yeah, I think the Ravens, after being well rested, they should be able to win this game pretty easily. The Panthers are kind of, for them selling a bit of the team early this year, they're still competing, which is good to see from them, honestly. It's good not to see a team tank so early. But I still have the Ravens winning. 12 points is a lot, even for maybe a blowout. But I think it can be possible. I think the Ravens should win by at least 2 touchdowns. Give me the Ravens winning 31-14, which will give you the over.
Pretty easy choice this week. I'm just trying to come up with a good number in terms of scoring. I have the Ravens winning. I'm gonna go with the over, and I'm gonna have them cover. I'm gonna give them 35-2. It's a good number for them. 10 is too low. 35. 17's too high.
14. Do 14.
16.
Oh, yeah. You fuck.
35-16. How's it gonna happen? I don't know, but they're somehow gonna get 16 points up there.
I mean, it's
It's
not
gonna be
that
3
difficult.
field goals and a touchdown from.
Yeah. That's all it is. That's all you need.
There's gonna be 2 touchdowns, and then they're gonna get a safety somehow.
There you go. Yeah. The most like obscure way possible. They can get 4 safeties.
They're gonna miss an extra point.
Yeah, 4 safeties, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion.
Fuck yeah. That'd be hilarious. I'm on board with you guys in the sense that Baltimore's going to win this game, but I think Carolina's going to cover this spread. I don't see it. Baltimore is not. They're very productive on offense sometimes, and that's the key to it. They're either like just lights out or they're just meh. You know, they are coming off bye week, and I think they might like just struggle getting back into it a little bit. And 12 points is a big spread for any matchup in the NFL as well. So I don't think they'll cover that. I'm going to take Baltimore to win it. But I think I'm going to go. Let's see. I'm trying to pick points here. 27. Let's go 27-21 Baltimore. I think Carolina is going to hang around here just because Baltimore is so inconsistent there, and hopefully Baker can do something with his career again, prove himself, because he's just falling apart little by little. But I'm hopeful for it.
He's not long for this league if he keeps up what he's been doing.
Yeah. XFL, here we come. But 21-27 Ravens.
All right. Still nothing in the chat today. All right. Chicago Bears are visiting the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are favored by 3 in this game. The over-under is 50. Justin Fields had 300... Sorry. Ooh, burped right there. Justin Fields had 325 rush yards the last 2 weeks. So he is drawing some Michael Vick comparisons, and I can see it. The dude can play some football.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta had
on the team apparently.
Yeah. Atlanta had a very long week to bounce back from a Thursday night football loss against the aforementioned Panthers we just talked about. These are 2 of the worst passing offenses in the NFL. Fields is going to make some plays, but I like the Falcons at home, and I think they win by 3. They are favored by 3, so they cover. I think the final score will be 20-17, something along those lines. The over-under is 50 points. I'm going to take the under.
They
in
don't
that.
have any defenses.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, I mean the Bears can stop some people. But I don't know. I don't think 50 points are going to be scored in this game. So I'm going to take the Falcons to win by 3, and I'm going to take the under 50.
Just real quick stat. The Chicago Bears defensive rankings right now are 28th in the league. And the Atlanta Falcons are at 30. So that's why the over-under's at 50.
Where are their offenses, though?
It's a good question. Let's find out. Offense.
Are they bottom
30 and 31?
There you go. So they can't score. They can't stop. Something's got to give in this game. But still, give me the Falcons by 3. Under 50.
There you go.
I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm actually gonna pick the Bears to win this game because Justin Fields has just found himself lately, and I think he's just gonna run all over this Falcons defense. So I have the Bears winning by 4, 28-24. So that will bring you with the over with 52 points. And I would definitely take the Bears. So that's my take. Nice and simple.
This is somewhat of a tough choice. I could care less about both teams, but I mean, Steven's right. Justin Fields has just been playing on a different level recently. But fuck him. I'm gonna go with the Falcons anyway. I agree with Casey. I think it's gonna be a pretty close game. I'll give them the under because I don't think either one's capable of producing 50 points or anything close to add up to 50 points with the other. So I'll give them that field goal win, having them cover, but I'll take the under on that game.
It is a good matchup, you know. I don't know, you know. I'm pretty sure I picked the Falcons here. I want to make sure I keep my picks in line and not go the other way. Yeah, I have the Falcons winning. This game could go either way. It's that game for this week. Anything can happen. There's not a lot of logic that makes you sway one way or the other. But Atlanta's at home, and the Bears have just not been playing well. So I'll take Atlanta here. It's only a 3-point spread. I think it's going to be right around that 50-point range, honestly. So I'm still going to take the under on it. I'm going to say 24-20 Atlanta. So right under the 50 mark, but Atlanta covers that 3-point spread at 24-20.
So Steven's the only one that has the Bears in this
Lone
one.
Wolf.
Lone Wolfing over there, Steven.
I mean, they almost beat the Dolphins last week.
True.
Anybody can beat anybody in the NFL.
Good. This next game.
All about matchups.
Next game, we have the Washington Commanders going into Houston to take on the Texans. The Commanders are favored by 3.5 in this game. The over-under is 40.5. The Commanders, after beating the Eagles this last week, are on the fringe of the playoff picture. They have won 2 road games this season. Houston does not have much outside a solid rookie season from running back Dameon Pierce, who has 772 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he has been balling out of his mind. The Texans, fun fact, are 0-4 against the spread when they are an underdog of less than 7 points. Make it 0-5 because I think the Commanders are going to win by about 10. So I like the Commanders to win like 30-20. They score a late touchdown to pull ahead, kind of like they did against the Eagles. They win the game. I have just under, so I have 40 points scored. The over-under is 40.5. I have the under.
Sorry, I was just coming up with a score. Yeah, I have to agree. I think the Commanders are just a better overall team than the Texans. The Commanders are a solid team, honestly. They're just playing in a really tough division, as we know with the NFC East. But they're still doing pretty well. I'm gonna have the Commanders covering. I'm gonna have them winning 28-10. So that's gonna be the under for the spread or for the points. But Washington will cover. So give me the Commanders.
The hell did I do? Okay, anyway. Like you said, there's nothing much going on with the Texans right now except for the run game. It seems like that's their story for the past 10 years or so. They have one good player who just comes out of nowhere, like D-Hop. You had this dude now. You had, God damn it, what's his name?
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson, thank you. Everybody good ends up getting traded just because they're trying to rebuild for a better team, but it never happens, sadly for them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it to the Commanders. I think this will be the beginning of them edging out the Cowboys out of there, but we will touch on that later. So I'm going Commanders. I agree with you. I think they're going to pull away like they did with the Eagles in the final minutes. 40.5. I'll give them an over. I say they're going to score some points.
I think you triggered Daniel. His eyes look like they were about to pop out of his head.
I'm used to it from Tony.
We'll touch on that take once we get to the Cowboys game for the week.
We'll get to it. Holy shit, the Cowboys are favored. Okay. I'll keep it short and sweet. Washington's going to beat Houston here. Houston just has nothing going for them. Washington's coming off a hot win in Philly. Fuck the Eagles. We'll see if they're for real this week. I mean, it's proving grounds from here on out for the Eagles because they finally lost, and the teams that they played previous to that were either injured out the ass or just not great teams. So, what was I saying? Sorry, I started talking shit about the Eagles. I got sidetracked. Commanders beating Houston. We'll cover that 3.5 spread. We'll say 27-20. That covers the over, or that puts it at over. 47 points scored. 27-20 Commanders. Bingo.
Done so.
Quick thing before we go to the next game: the college football playoff picture just came out again. Same top 4.
Figured.
Yeah, just nothing changed. So just letting you know.
Breaking news. Next game here. The LA Rams going into New Orleans to take on the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are favored by 4 in this game. The over-under is 38.5. The reason why the over-under is 38.5 because both of these teams cannot score points. Also, the Rams just lost Cooper Kupp for the season.
Yeah.
Or at least the next 4 games. He's on IR. The Saints are banged up too. So this is a battle between 2 teams that have no players. So we will see what happens here. But the Rams have lost 3 straight games. It's a stretch where they have averaged 14 points per game. And like I said, Cooper Kupp is gone. The Saints have averaged 11.5 points in back-to-back losses. They have lost 4 of 5. Somebody has to win here, right? Unless they tie. But when 2 bad teams meet, anything can happen. This is a coin flip game. I flipped a coin. It landed on the Rams. Give me the Rams to win. They cover the 4. I'm going to take the under 38.5, though, because both these teams suck. So, yeah, there's that. The Rams are also plus 170 if you take them straight up. I got the Rams, so.
I was say we're lucky that this is not the Thursday night football game.
Oh, my God.
This is the game I have not chosen yet because I just don't know. I was like, both offenses are pretty much anemic right now.
They're abysmal.
We're going to find out if Matthew Stafford can actually throw to someone not named Cooper Kupp this week.
He has to.
Or else the Rams are screwed.
Cooper Kupp hurt himself on purpose.
He's like, I don't want to be part of this anymore.
Fucking spread the ball so we can win.
God. I mean, I think the only reason why the Saints are favored by 4 is because it's in New Orleans.
Yeah, I agree.
So just based off that, I think the Saints will win this game. It's going to be a really low scoring game. Definitely pick the under for this game, please. If the over hits, then I don't know.
This game might end 2-0.
I'm going to have the Saints winning 14-10. Yeah.
Like you said, if this was a Thursday night game, goddamn.
At least they would have been consistent.
Yeah. Go out with the Saints just because I don't know how deep the Rams can go without Cooper Kupp. When you take out their one receiver that they utilize, what's going to happen? Is Robinson still on? No.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
He's playing.
He might get passes thrown to him now. I just
was
traded him.
You traded Robinson 1 week too soon.
I got a pretty good player out of it, though, so I'm not really upset about it. I traded Robinson, DeAndre Swift, and somebody else for Devontae Adams. I'll take it.
Anywho, giving it to the Saints, not just because they're home, but because I think they're playing at a better capacity than the Rams are right now. I'll give them a touchdown of a win. So I'll have them cover, and I will say over. The Rams suck, though. 38 points. That's pretty low. I'll go over. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Those are my favorite when we just say fuck it. Just do it, You say you took the Saints there, right, Tony? All right. Well, we're going to be even split here because I'm taking the Rams to fucking get their shit together. I'm so tired of this bullshit team. I don't understand how they're this bad. I don't get it. It's so terrible. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. The offensive line just doesn't exist, apparently. And Matthew Stafford, fucking, I don't know. Like, I can't even compare him to anything because he's always been a good quarterback. He's falling apart. No Cooper Kupp now. Hopefully Matthew Stafford can start spreading the ball. They just got their running back off of IR too, their young guy, who I had picked up while he was still on IR in fantasy. What the fuck is his name? Kyron Williams. Okay, just making sure on the first name there. Kyron Williams coming back. He came back last week. He had like 4.5 points. I think they just had limited touches for him. But he should be getting a lot more this week and testing the waters against this terrible Saints defense. So hopefully he does well because I have to start him this week because of someone being on bye. Raheem Mostert and the Dolphins is on bye week. So I'm having to start Kyron Williams. So hopefully he does good. Anyway, taking the Rams here. That covers that 4 points already. So score-wise, I'm going to take the Rams to win 22-16 in New Orleans. The Saints just aren't there enough. And like Casey said, one of these teams has to win. And I'm picking the Rams again for some terrible reason, but it's where we're at.
Here we are.
Here we are. That's why we play the games.
All right. Ugh. Next game here, we have the Raiders going into Denver to take on the Broncos. Two teams that everybody thought was going to be legit threats haven't done shit.
Hey, you called the Raiders, I called the Broncos.
Yep, we both called both those teams. Also, isn't it fucked that Josh McDaniels is playing? So he's playing his old team this year because he was the coach of the Broncos at one point. And he was the head coach in Indy for a little bit because we hired him and then he left back to the Patriots. Remember that? years ago, and then that's how we got Frank Reich. So in back-to-back weeks, he's playing two teams that he almost worked for and worked for. So pretty crazy. Can't write this shit for real. It just happens. Denver has the top scoring defense in the NFL, as we said, and they have the worst scoring offense in the NFL.
It's awesome.
The Raiders have won the last 5 in this rivalry, but I think the Broncos flip the script this time. Broncos will win it at home. This might be another terrible game, but I have not been a believer in the Raiders all season. I think they lose this game to Denver in a division rivalry. I'm going to give it to, well, hang on, let me give you the over-under spreads. The Broncos are favored by 2.5. The over-under is 41.5. I think the Broncos can win this game 24-20. I think that it'll be a close game. It's a division rivalry. Broncos will cover that spread with the 2.5. 24-20. That puts you over the 41.5. So I have over. Broncos win. Broncos cover.
Oof, man, 2 games in a row that it's like coin flips basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was a really hard game to pick. I think it will be an entertaining game, but I don't see like whoever loses this game, they're done. The loser of this game is done.
You're done.
Hey, we beat both these teams.
You're done. Yeah, congratulations. You beat the 2 worst teams.
And the Chiefs. Eagles
Yeah,
this
that
week.
was just I have the Broncos winning. I think the Broncos kind of figure out a little bit of their lives finally, but it is against the Raiders, who have not been performing. The Raiders should have been much better this year than the Raiders are basically the Vikings of usual, where they're really good on paper and they've just royally sucked. But I have the Broncos winning. I have them winning 24-21. It'll be a tight game, so that's going to bring the over for me. But I have the Broncos winning, covering with 3 points and taking the over. Tony.
I am disappointed by the Raiders. I picked up Darren Waller because I thought he would be doing something, even though the rest of the offense could suck a dick. That didn't happen.
Nope.
Darren Waller's been out for 5 weeks. He's gotten me about 15 points on fantasy. What a
Do you still
heartbreak.
have him on your team?
I have hope in him.
Wow. You should get rid of him.
That's the thing. I have no one to get rid of him for.
Go get fucking Robert Tonyan.
I'm trading glass for paper. For wet paper.
Who else is available? Who's the Jaguars tight end? I think he's available in our
league. At this point, it's trading glass for like a moist towelette.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I mean, it does me no good or no bad to get rid of him at this point because there's no one else that's standing out. Anywho, I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I'm gonna have them cover. I'm actually gonna give them a 2 field goal win. I say Russ is gonna ride real good. I bet you he's already doing his warm ups. He chartered a plane so he could do some high knees on the flight.
Mm-hmm.
Although he doesn't need it because they're home, he's gonna do some high knees and he's gonna get them right into that win for the week. I'll take the 40 points, 20-20. Let's see. I'm gonna go under. I don't think it'll be too high of a scoring game. I'm gonna say 21-14 tops. Let's just put it at a good spot. Let's do 21-13 because they're gonna do 2 field goals and a touchdown.
Perfect.
And knowing the Raiders and my luck with them, freaking Waller's gonna come back this week and score the 2 touchdowns while I bench him.
Doubt it. We're all picking Denver here, yeah.
Looks like it.
Yeah. I do think this will be a good matchup. These teams are both pretty mediocre. I think the Broncos are less mediocre in my TikTok picks. If you guys haven't seen those, go check them out. The way I came into this was Broncos country. Let's ride. Because we don't know. Like, guys, who fucking knows at this point? Russell Wilson's too busy doing high knees and pissing off his teammates. But they played decent last week. Their defense is just keeping them in everything at this point. So I don't understand how their offense is so terrible. It they have weapons, and Russell Wilson is their quarterback. Russell Wilson's not a bad quarterback. It just they can't mesh together. And that's what I had talked about at the beginning of the season. Like everybody was riding the Broncos so high, and I was just like, they gotta click too. You know, like it's not. You can't just put good players together and it automatically works, right? They have to build chemistry together, and just the way sports in general work, not even just football. But anyway, back to the picks. I'm taking Denver here. Low scoring game. Both offenses can't do a lot. Their defenses it'll be a more defensive matchup, I feel like. So I'm going to take Denver here, 17-13, which will cover that 2.5 spread, and that's taking the under 41.5.
Amazing. All right. Guys ready to talk about your Cowboys?
No, I don't want to.
All right.
Everybody fucking go get your popcorn and soda because I'm about to go fucking nuts.
I am too, but for other reasons right here.
Go.
The Cowboys are going into Minnesota to take on the Vikings. The Cowboys are favored by 1. What disrespect to Minnesota. Go into Buffalo, you beat the Bills, and the Cowboys are favored after losing to the goddamn
That's pretty
Packers.
fucked.
That is pretty fucked. Like, what the fuck? Give the Vikings the respect they deserve, people. They are a really good football team.
Damn it,
I
it's
don't
not in prime
understand.
time.
I don't understand. And this game, well, it's not a primetime game, but it is a 4:25 game, so everybody will be able to watch it. But
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is 2-8 lifetime against Dallas. That includes a 1-2 mark with Minnesota. Justin Jefferson is nuts. Did you guys see that catch that he made?
Yeah,
Where
that was pretty
he-
crazy.
He pulled it in. That
Odell's was still better.
crazy.
I think Odell's is
Okay,
better.
this is a close one. My thing with Jefferson's is that he ripped it from the guy that had it with 2 hands, ripped it with
Right.
1 hand, and then grabbed it,
Yeah.
and then fell on
That's
the
the
ground.
thing,
Like,
though,
it was
is
crazy.
Justin Jefferson didn't really like catch that ball. The defensive back caught it. Justin Jefferson had his hand in there. And he ripped it out when they were on the ground, which like it's still crazy. Like,
Yeah, I don't
I'm not
care either
trying
way.
to
That
discredit it.
takes an ungodly amount of talent to do
But that
Like,
catch from Odell in I think it was
Yeah.
like 2014.
against Cowboys.
That shit was like behind. Like,
yeah,
it was insane.
it's like it stuck to his hand, pulled it back.
It didn't
but-
look real when it happened. That's how crazy it was. But still a great catch from Justin Jefferson. That guy's the truth for sure.
But anyway, I don't know how Dallas is favored in this game. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how. Dallas's defense is pretty stout. Minnesota's got a pretty good defense too, though. Looks like Minnesota's offense can score. Dallas's offense can score. I think this is the game of the week here. I think we're going to see a really good game in Minnesota. All in all, though, over unders and spreads. Dallas. I told you Dallas is favored. Dallas is only favored by 1 point. That could shift by the end of the week, and Minnesota could be favored.
I think it will.
But the over-under is 47.5. I think this game's going to end like 34-28, 31-28, but I think the Vikings pull it off, and they win at home, and they keep their train going. Hopefully, they're favored in their next game. But the Cowboys can absolutely win this game. I think Minnesota's going to pull it out. Kirk Cousins got too many chains around his neck whenever he goes back to the locker room now. His teammates should just like have chains ready, like, and open them up as soon as he wins. It's like all reliable right there.
Mm-hmm.
But Vikings win. I'm going to give it to him 30. Let's call it 34-28. Give the over 47.5. Vikings cover. If you take the Vikings straight up, they're minus 105. If you take the Cowboys straight up, they're minus 115. I would take the Vikings straight up. Better odds there.
Ooh, this game. Dallas is favored by 1 point. I actually have the opposite right now. I have the Vikings winning this game 28-27 right now. It should be a barn burner, or not a barn burner. It should be a really good game, honestly. The Cowboys beat the Vikings last year with Cooper Rush. That's Cooper Rush's first game. Now we get to see how Dak performs against the Vikings. Hopefully he can finally find his game, but I still think the Vikings will pull this off by 1 point. Cowboys getting 2 field goals, Vikings just getting the 4 touchdowns. So give me the over on points, but the Vikings winning by 1.
So you're at 28-27 at that point.
Yep.
I like that take, Steven, and that absolutely could happen. I think this is going to be an amazing game.
It should be a fun game to watch. It's going to go down to the wire. It just depends on who has the
I
ball
hate the
last,
Cowboys.
basically.
Cowboys,
I
Vikings.
think the
don't
Cowboys are
disappoint us.
why I have anxiety issues now. I think that's what it is. Because it gets worse and worse every week.
Okay, the Colts are why I drink, so there you go.
Yeah, but at least you expect them to be bad. Like
Not this
Dallas
year.
does this thing. Dallas does this thing where they'll take it to the last fucking play of every single game, and just it's a different. It's like a toxic relationship. Like it's there and it's fun, but it also makes you very uneasy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's fucking
It
horrible.
lowers your life
Yeah.
expectancy.
It's terrible.
Go ahead, Tony.
All right, so we're here. We made it. We made
Wait,
it
should
to
I
the
do
game.
this for Tony real quick?
We made it.
Tony's taking the Vikings fucking 48-20.
Tiny.
hates
It's a bit high,
Cowboys
don't you
so
say? Anyway, all right, all right.
47-20.
So let's touch on this real quick. Obviously, I'm gonna go with Vikings, especially after the performance they put on against the Bills last week or 2 days ago. We're not that far along. I don't see why why the Cowboys are favored, especially by such a small deficit. I think you guys are putting a little too much pressure on this game. It will be a good game, but I think it's going to be very one-sided. Reason I say that is that the Cowboys, sorry you too, but they've been riding the cupcake schedule all season long. I mean, just to round it off, they're closing their season against the AFC South. Like, how lucky can you get?
I mean,
I'm sorry,
every
Casey.
year.
That's against you too. But with that being said, like I said earlier, I think this is the point in the season where we might see if anyone's going to do it, I think the closest ones right now are the Commanders to have a shot to edge out the Cowboys from playoffs. With the loss here, and a win by the Niners, if it happens, they'll be tied up, and I think from there the Niners will have that 6th spot. So that's why I said maybe the Commanders can sneak in and get that 7th spot, just because that cupcake season is getting slightly hard for about 2-3 weeks, and then going right back to being easy. Being that they match up against the Giants, the Vikings, I'm giving them a for sure loss, and then they have to see the Eagles at the end of the season. Not just that, but there's a potential of the Titans and the Commanders possibly stealing it away, which is why I'm going with the Commanders possibly edging them out of playoffs. But back to this week's game, going with the Vikings, taking for the over, just because I think it's going to be pretty one-sided. I'm going to say 35-14, which takes us away from that cover for
Yep, that's about what I expected from Tony. So here's my thing. Either Tony's going to be right, or the Cowboys are going to win by 1 point at the last second. There's no in between for me. Either the Vikings are going to blow Dallas out of the fucking water, which very well could happen because Dallas's offense can't. I want to say they can't find their groove, but they scored 49 against the Bears, and you should never score that many points in the NFL against anyone. So it's like, well, fucking what team is showing up this week, right? There were a lot of defensive touchdowns. I think there were 2 defensive touchdowns in that.
There's
Bears game.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that too. But Dallas just has to show up, man. They gotta stop trying to be cute with everything. I say this every single week about fucking Kellen Moore, and I will say it until he stops. Play fucking football, not Madden NFL 22. It's not the same. You can't go in trying to just trick the other team the whole time. It becomes too predictable. They start reading everything you're doing. You have talent on your offense. Your offensive line has been playing way better than any of us expected, with Tyler Smith playing and the other fuck. What was the other fuck on the other side?
Connor McGovern or
No, there's another lineman that came up this year, and he had to fill in for someone. I can't think of it right now. I'm blanking. But either way, offensive line has been playing well. Tony Pollard's still back there. I mean, Zeke's been sitting out the past couple weeks, but Tony Pollard is just as good, if not better, at this point. But that duo is it's great to have. But just run the ball. Just run the fucking ball. I don't get it. They go just, ugh. It drives me nuts. They do all these stupid little pick plays behind the line of scrimmage, or it'll be like, everybody run a slant, everybody run a post. everything comes across the middle of the field, and I don't understand. You have Michael Gallup on one side of the field who can catch the deep ball on the outside, like corner fades, whatever. It just, the offense hasn't clicked, and Dak has been playing terrible. I need them to show up this week because it's making me really sad. Last week was not good. We should have blown Green Bay out of the water the way Green Bay has played all year, but we can't beat Green Bay in Green Bay for some reason. Aaron Rodgers might own the Cowboys more than he owns the Bears. It just, Dallas just has to show up. That's all it is. I'm taking Dallas to win on the last second field goal by 1 fucking point. I don't know what score, though. Let's say, you know what? I'm going to take with Steven, 28-27, but Dallas wins. That's where I'm at.
Incredible. I love it.
Sorry, I just...
No, it's okay. I love it.
It's terrible.
All right,
Stresses
Tony,
me out more than it should.
you ready? Your team's up next.
Yeah.
I wanna just go straight through this one. It's an easy
Wait, hang on. Okay.
easy win.
Cincinnati Bengals going into Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. The Steelers did beat these Bengals 23-20, and Steelers are a different team with TJ Watt on the field. Let's just get that straight right now.
Yep.
TJ Watt is a monster. He was on the field last week. He took over last week. The Bengals, however, are coming off of a bye week, and I don't think Joe Burrow is going to throw 4 interceptions this time like they did in the first meeting. I think the running game behind Joe Mixon will be a difference maker, and Cincinnati picks up its first NFC North victory of the season, believe it or not. I know in my TikTok video I said that the Bengals are going to spank the Steelers, but I don't think they're going to spank them. I think it'll be like a 28-20 game. I think it'll be close to the end. The Bengals will score at the end and pull ahead by a little further and win the game. But over under in this game, Bengals favored by 5. The over under is 41. So I'll take the over. So over 41. I'll have the Bengals cover, but it won't surprise me at all if the Steelers win this game because they've already done it in Cincinnati. So Bengals win. Bengals cover over 41. I'm sure Tony's happy that I didn't pick his Steelers.
Keep your name.
Keep your team's name out your fucking mouth.
Yeah, I have. I just don't believe. Week 1 is always just a fluke now. I mean, we saw it with the Bengals, the Cowboys, pretty much almost all the teams. They all, in some way, had a fluke. Even the Eagles, they almost lost to the Lions, for God's sakes. I have the Bengals winning and covering. 5 points is a little bit, but I have them winning by 8. I have them winning 28-20. So that's going to bring me with the over. I just think Cincinnati's just too well rounded now, and the Steelers are still trying to find themselves offensively with Kenny Pickett. So give me the Bengals winning 28-20.
Let's get it. I'm gonna start by saying this. It's gonna be an 11-6 season for the Steelers. We're going undefeated from today. From today on, TJ Watt's gonna end the season at 10-0. We signed the Field Pigeons to a $30 million contract. Did you guys notice that we're 2-0 with the Pigeons on the field? We are undefeated with the Pigeons.
What?
So
you guys
they're
working through the bird gauntlet?
I don't think they.
I think he's talking about actual pigeons, not actual.
Oh, true. Okay, I saw that. There was like a fucking flock of pigeons on the field on Sunday, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Like crazy amount of birds just in the background on the field. It looked really weird. I know what you're talking about.
Won against the Bengals, and it happened again this week.
Yeah.
Still undefeated.
Lucky pigeons. I like it.
Lucky Pigeons. I know. With that being said, like you said, Steelers are a completely different team defensively when we have Watt back. He is 2-0 this season against the Bengals and now the Saints. So we're going to be testing that theory. But defensively, we have gotten better against the run. So I think Joe Mixon will have a little bit of a tough night or tough day. They play at 2-4 for you guys. He'll have a tougher scenario coming back from that 51-point fantasy game. 5 touchdowns, that's insane. It's not going to happen again, sadly, because I have him on my fantasy. So it's not gonna happen this week. I'm giving the Steelers, like I said, I only had them winning, had the Steelers losing once on my picks, and that was against the Eagles. So I'm going back to the Steelers. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lone wolf it this week. I
Yes,
will
you are.
give the Steelers a. It's that stupid offense. Kenny Pickett just can't figure it out. What a freaking bust.
Sounds
It's
like
only
all the
part of
Steeler
our-
quarterbacks the last 10 years.
10 years. 10
That's
years.
all
I'm
they
pretty
had
sure one of those
with-
10 years we blew out the Colts 3 times.
Hey, we
Damn.
play you next week. Keep my
And that's
keep my
where you're gonna
team's
go-
name out your fucking mouth, okay?
That's where you're gonna go 1-2. 2-2 on week against the Cowboys. I'm giving you guys a win there. Anywho, giving the Steelers a win, so that covers. And I'm gonna go with the over just because I'm gonna give them that 24-20 win.
Tony always finishes his takes like on a high note, so I never know when he's actually done. Yeah, this I think this game's gonna be closer than a 5-point spread just because it's that division rivalry. The Bengals are coming off that bye week should be pretty rested here. It is in Pittsburgh, but I just don't see the Steelers taking this. I'll keep it short and sweet. I don't want to go like too much into detail with this. The Steelers are a different team with TJ Watt back on the field. They just are. He's that player for them, and it makes a difference having that guy. I mean, look at the Lions with Aiden Hutchinson on the defense. Like he came in and yeah, they only have 3 wins, but I think that's all they had last year total. So the team's improving there for sure. They're competing in games. But back to this. I'll keep it short and sweet. I'm taking Cincinnati here, 31-27 over the Steelers. That is a 4-point difference, so the Steelers will cover that 5-point spread, and that takes the over big time.
Excellent. We got 2 games left, guys. Believe it or not. A little over 2 hours in. Here we go. Sunday Night Football. We have the Kansas City Chiefs going into LA to take on the Chargers. The Chiefs have scored 40-plus points in 3 of their 4 road games. You know who they didn't score 40-plus points against? The Colts. The Colts beat them. The Colts won. Oh, yay. Okay, well, we're going to keep going here. And they have a chance to win a 9th straight game at the Chargers. That's insane. The Chargers can't beat the Chiefs at home. I
a
think
tough place to win.
Mahomes, yeah. I think Mahomes will continue to look like Mahomes, and the Chiefs will continue to look like the team to beat in the AFC. The Chiefs are favored by 6.5 in this game. The over-under is 50. I think the Chiefs will win this game, and I think they'll win by like 10 or 13. I just don't
Yeah.
see the Chargers keeping up. I mean, if the Chargers were healthy,
I was going to say, is their entire
Keen-
receiving core still hurt?
Keenan Allen may return this week. He's questionable, but
He's also
Mike
made of dirt,
Williams
so-
is still out. So that's like
Yeah.
their top 2 guys. So
Mhm.
I just don't see the Chargers really competing in this game. I want them to, but I don't think they can. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I think they're going to win convincingly. I think the Chargers will put up some points. I think the Chiefs win like 31-17. That's my pick there. Chiefs cover that 31-17. That is under 50 points.
So yeah, I mean the Chiefs are just a monster still. I mean, even without Tyreek Hill, they're still putting up points like crazy. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Is Travis Kelce playing? I know he was. I think he was hurt last game, wasn't he?
He should be playing.
Yeah, I haven't
think-
seen anything
Okay, then
saying that he's not.
if that's the case, then I mean the Chiefs should win this game. I have the Chiefs covering. I have them winning 35-24 against the Chargers. So Chiefs will cover. Give me the points. Yeah, pretty much it. I mean, it's going to be another home crowd for KC. They're in LA, as all games are there.
Do any
So-
LA teams have a home crowd?
The Lakers and the Kings probably.
Oh, I meant in that stadium. Also,
Oh,
can we petition to have the Vikings Cowboys game be the Sunday night game? I don't want to watch this bullshit on Sunday night.
I mean,
It might be a
Didn't they-
decent game, honestly. Don't discredit the Chargers. They are still 5-4, and they're second in their division. I mean, the Broncos and Raiders are under them, but they're still positive. I mean, given what they have right now, they could compete. You know, don't count them out.
We'll see.
Count them out.
I'm
Division
counting 'em out.
rivalries.
weren't the Chargers
tell
on
you.
Sunday Night Football last night or last week,
Yes.
and they're going to be on it again?
Yes.
Who'd they play last week?
The 49ers.
Yes.
Ah.
Tony.
Oof. Oof. I mean, I think it was pretty summed up. I'm giving the Chiefs an easy win just because the Chargers are not what they were, and they are struggling on both sides of the field right now. So I'll give the Chiefs. I like your prediction, Steven. Your score prediction. That sounds like a pretty good one. 35. What'd you say? 24.
Yeah, 35-24.
So it's a pretty solid number. So I'll give them the over. 35, 40, 50. Yep. Give them
What's
the
your 50
over. They're
buddy?
going to cover. Chiefs win. Nice and simple.
Here's the thing. I don't know what the thing is, honestly. I have a weird feeling that the Chargers might win this game for some reason. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to pick them because that's not logical. And the Chargers are beat up and the Chiefs aren't. And the Chiefs are just a better team. They're leading the AFC now. So I just can't pick the Chargers. I want to. I think they're a good team. They've made do with what they have right now, but it's just not enough to compete with Kansas City. The way the Bills are playing right now, they have 3 losses already. KC might come out of the AFC this year into the Super Bowl again. They're playing lights out. But I'm taking the Chiefs here. I think you guys are pretty good in the score range right now, Steven and Tony, with that 35-24. I think I'm going to go a little bit lower than that, though. Maybe? Did the Chiefs score that much? Nah, fuck it. You know what, Steven? I'm going to stick right there with you, buddy. 35-24 Chiefs. I think that's a really good score, and I think that's the way it's going to go.
You're welcome.
I like it.
Xander in the chat, he says Call of Duty? Xander, we have one more game to predict, and we will probably all get on Call of Duty. So we'll see.
Last game.
Here we go, guys.
Mexico! Okay, sorry. I had to get that out.
Monday Night Football. We have the San Francisco 49ers and Arizona Cardinals going into Mexico City to play each other. The 49ers are rounding into shape as a playoff contender here, and the tag team backfield of Christian McCaffrey and Eli Mitchell combined
so
for
fucked.
32 carries, 127 yards against the Chargers in Week 10. What a pickup Christian McCaffrey was for the freaking 49ers. I think that made him an instant Super Bowl contender. Instant.
It's true. Last week, though, he only ran for like a very minimal amount of yards, but I think it might have just been that he didn't play very much.
Yeah.
Because he's still getting worked in.
I think it's
Uh,
because Eli Mitchell kind of came back, so they tried to.
Yeah.
We're trying to see a
Put his name
tandem
in.
back there to see
Yeah.
what they would look like.
Yep.
But
Mitchell did great too.
Kyler Murray is out with a quote-unquote hamstring injury. He's going to be playing Warzone all week at home, so we'll see what happens there. But the Cardinals
Hey.
did sweep the sea. You know what? You know what's funny? I think it's funny how Xander jumps in Call of Duty, and we're talking about Warzone. But the Cardinals did sweep the series in 2021, but the 49ers are definitely the better team this year. I have a pretty close game to the end. The 49ers are favored by 8. The over-under is 43.5. I think the 49ers are going to win this game 34-28. That is my prediction. That puts you over the 43.5. And the Cardinals will cover.
Leanna's here while Steven thinks.
She is. Hi, Leanna.
I wish I had Call of Duty to play with y'all. Download it. It's free.
Oh yeah,
Warzone.
Warzone will be free.
Warzone will be free tomorrow.
tomorrow at 10 o'clock Pacific time.
Yes, sir.
Yep, there you
I'll
go.
be at work. I'm
I'll-
going to call in.
We'll be at work too.
We'll all be at work.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to make my score prediction.
Wait, time out. Xander was like Niners by a mile. There, we're done. Why'd Leanna's comment go away?
I don't know. I think she retracted it.
Leanna, why'd you take your comment away? Put it back.
She got
Xander says,
hacked.
"Give me the Niners -8."
Yeah, I think I'm
Could
gonna have to
happen.
agree with him. I have the 49ers winning. I think the 49ers just adding Christian McCaffrey just pretty much rounds out their whole offense and they had like 8 players come back last week. And now that they're getting back into game shape again, I think it's just going to be another win for the 49ers. I have them winning 31-21. So I have 49ers covering the 8 points and the over 43.5. So that's
Hmm.
The
Yeah, I
fuck?
think I'm agreeing with Casey on the score this week. So I'll give it like Xander said, pretty easy win by a mile. I'm gonna give it to the Niners, especially with Murray out. So Niner win over and with a cover.
Short, sweet, simple. Love it. I
Round
like
us
the
out,
thumbs up
Daniel.
after
Round us
now,
out.
every time. Are we gonna see another fucking Niners and Chiefs Super Bowl this year?
God, I hope not.
I fucking hate it here. I hate it here.
Super Bowl's in Arizona this year.
That doesn't fucking mean anything.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, that's where it is.
It is true though. It's in Arizona. But the Niners might just start fucking wiping the floor with everyone. They got all their players back. They added Christian McCaffrey. I hate to say it because I hate the fucking Niners, but they have all the weapons that they need at this point, and they might make a serious run and just womp through the NFC for the rest of the year. Having said that, Warzone 2 is out tomorrow. Kyler Murray's fucked, so there's that. And San Francisco is just putting everything together piece by piece every week. It's just getting better and better. They got all their players, well, not all of them, but most of their players back that they had. Their offense is just insanely stacked at this point. Sorry, Trey Lance, but the Niners are better off this way. Just saying. I'm going to take the Niners here to cover that 8-point spread. It is in Mexico City, but I think the Niners crowd is going to show up big there because there's a lot of. I don't want to
Mexican Niner fans? Yeah, I
I
agree.
don't want to sound racist in any way. It's not racist, but there's a lot of Mexican
say it for
Niner
you.
fans. There is. Like in El Paso, you're either a Cowboys fan or a
Or a
Niners fan.
49ers
Those are the
fan, yep.
those are the dominant teams here. It's mostly Cowboys fans, but this is definitely it. So I think there's going to be a big Niner crowd there in Mexico City. But I think the Niners are going to start making a big run here. And Xander's in there saying that the Niners aren't even in the playoffs right now. But the way the NFL or the NFC is going, they're going to end up there real quick.
Here's the
Still
thing,
fucking
too. Their
games.
schedule is very favorable to end the season. They play the
Yeah.
Cardinals this week, the Saints next week, the banged-up Saints. Dolphins will be a tough test for them, but they've got them at home. They play the Buccaneers, the Seahawks, the Commanders, the Raiders, and then the Cardinals again. All
Yeah.
winnable games.
So I see 3 games there that they could lose. I mean, they could lose all of them at any given
Right now,
point. Not in a row, obviously, but
The Niners are sitting on the 7th spot. They're in playoffs if it were to end today.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
And there's still
So eat
7
shit,
games to
Xander.
go.
But anyway, back to the game. Niners cover that 8-point spread. Over-unders at 43.5. I like the under there because I don't think Arizona's going to score a lot. I don't think San Francisco's going to score a lot either. I think it's just going to be kind of a defensive, not bout, but the Niners are going to kind of walk away with it. I just don't see Arizona scoring a lot, though. Give me San Francisco, let's say 24-10 in Mexico City.
Awesome. We have gone through every game, guys. Yay. I have this. Boom. Look, I got our next live stream up top now.
Nice.
Leanna says, Jerry, where you at? I think Jerry went to bed. He never did he ever show up?
He was
didn't
probably
see-
here at some point. He
I
didn't
didn't
say
see
anything,
his
but
EAG.
What a dick. I gave him the stream and everything, and he was like, yeah, I'll jump in there. Nope, didn't even show up.
clip that and send that to him.
Jerry. Wait, hang
What
on.
a dick.
Hang on. Jerry, you're a dick.
I like it.
There you go.
Also,
clip
fuck
that.
the Eagles.
Anybody got anything else here? Our next live stream will be Tuesday, November 22nd at 8:30 Eastern Time. Just for those that care.
I will try. Steven and I will try to work on getting TikTok up. That way we can get some more traffic in. Those of you that are hanging around, we appreciate you guys. Except Xander, fuck you.
We
kidding.
love
That's
you,
my brother.
Leanna.
Love
Leanna, we miss you. We love you.
Yeah, always happy to see Leanna in here and everybody else that joins. We really appreciate the love and support that you guys give. We're finally back. I know it was a very long 2 weeks not having this.
Yeah,
again,
We
Steven
apologize. We had
Casey
to
had
move.
across.
we had to move. It was tiring. It's
We had
hot
to
and humid
cross
here.
the country and go to Florida from Texas. So that was a lot.
in a U-Haul.
We're not like, look where I'm at. I'm in a fucking kitchen because I don't have a fucking desk. So, whatever.
Xander's spilling out Call of Duty, except he can't figure out the L's.
It's next to the K.
Oh God.
Even
But
I know where
anyway,
that's at.
I was like,
We'll
you
get-
barely know what the keyboard is.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get the TikTok live stream going up soon. We just got to get a stream key for that. We got to figure out how to do that. I just don't know how. Steven will
Yeah,
figure it out together.
figure it out.
Other than that, we'll break up all the clips from today's show. We'll post them all on TikTok. So make sure you guys are following us on TikTok at Audible Sports Pod. And other than that, I think we're all good. Go Cowboys. Fuck the Eagles.
All right, that's a good way to segue out. Just kidding. Thank you everybody for watching the stream. Whoever was here, if you're still here, thank you. We appreciate you guys. Like Daniel said, we're gonna get TikTok up and running soon. We'll probably get a lot more people in here, so all y'all can bicker in the chat, which would be really great. But if nobody else has anything else, my name's Casey. For Daniel, Steven, and Tony, this is the Audible Sports Podcast, and we will see you guys next Tuesday. Peace.
Bye, guys. Fuck the Eagles.